Man, I can't believe this crap, man. These cops are out here arresting people just for breaking the law. Man, these tyrants are out of control, bruh. I thought you were a lawyer, now you say you can rap. Well, I've listened to your record, made me go take a nap. The rhymes you're spitting out, they make you sound like a nut. Your latest track, it's got less views now than Gun Cereal's butt. Well, you say you're just a man who wants to smoke out some weed, but you smoke yourself stupid, boy, get the help that you need. You think you could be like Tom McDonald, be an internet star? The problem is your brain's so tiny, it would fit in this jar.
It's a frivolous lawsuit.
You know you're gonna lose.
Frivolous lawsuit.
Now watch me play the blues.
Frivolous lawsuit.
You put against a cat.
Frivolous lawsuit.
Make sure you wear the hat. All parties have been sworn in. I've read your complaint.
It's a frivolous lawsuit.
The way it's written, it sounds like you've been smoking paint.
That means
if we got that title to your shit, we will take it.
Oh, come and take it, bitch.
All right. I want your money and I want your dignity, and I'm taking both.
To quote my good friend Artie, come take it, bitch. Come take it, bitch. Come take it, bitch. Come take it, bitch.
Come and take it, bitch.
She spit in my face.
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 Take it, bitch.
Take it, bitch.
She spit in my face.
you're a fucking idiot.
She spit in my face.
Shot, little dick dude.
A woman walks into the ladies' room at the mall. She enters one of these stalls and sits down to begin doing her business. As she starts to pee, she looks down at her shoes and sees a head poking under the stall, looking up at her with a camera. "What are you doing?" she screams, frightened. "I'm recording you," says Denver Metro Audit. "But this is a bathroom," she squeals. "Yes, a public bathroom, and there's no expectation of privacy in public," he tells her. "You don't belong in here," she yelled. "I didn't see any sign saying that," DMA replies. "It says ladies' room right on the door." Maybe it does, but it doesn't say no men allowed, does it?" he asked her. "What? That's stupid," she sputtered. "You're being a Karen about this, and what's stupid is shaving down there," DMA answered, holding his camera up. "If you let that bush grow in, it would create privacy for your hoo-ha like a hedge." She stared down at the activist lying on the filthy floor looking up at her. "A hedge? Look, they should put a lock on that door if they don't want people coming in. They need to create privacy," DMA said. "It says ladies' room. They assume men won't come in here." "Well, they shouldn't assume that. And I can film whatever I can see. It's my First Amendment right as an independent journalist." "Oh, you're a journalist. What are you working on?" she asked, sarcastically, wiping herself. "I can't divulge that information at this time. The story isn't finished yet," he lied as if there were a story. "No expectation of privacy in public," he reiterated. But I'm in a stall, she cried. Yes, and look, it's open on the top and the bottom, DMA answered in his thin voice. They need to create more adequate privacy, because if I can see it, I can film it. You don't have to like it, but it's my First Amendment right. The conversation droned on like this for a while, the woman on the toilet and DMA on the filthy floor next to the toilet. Finally, the woman says, Christopher, don't you think this is inappropriate? I'm your mom. And that's a true story. Absolute true story.
Oh, man, I love that. It was great. Hello.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the show. Great to see so many beautiful people here this morning. And let's start right off the bat with our new feed. Well, first, now you know what? Live, ladies and gentlemen, first person here today, Terry Barnes. Terry Barnes gets the first happy dance of the day. It's all yours, buddy. All right, thank you. Thank you so much. Nancy Marcho's in the house. What's up? Calls order the squirrels. Yeah, I will not have a repeat of yesterday. For those of you who don't know what he's talking about, when I went live, sometimes if you're in the stream before they go live, you have to reload the screen. So he didn't do that. And so he's like, what's going on? He was freaking out. All he saw was and everyone's talking, and he's like, what the heck? So we got that fixed. Commentator auditor, good morning, Hezokuai Land Rash. Hashtag rise and shine with Hezokuai. That's right. We're going to talk about that in a minute. All right. Calls order the squirrels. What's up, commentator auditor Kerry Barnes? Greg Jonick, what's up? Commentator auditor Peck from Australia. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Our local Aussies in the house. Terry Barnes, calls order Norfolk, Southern Pokey District. All right. Oh, yes. Yes. I wasn't thinking about that because it's out of the whole live stream, but I definitely can get that part. I was there in the chat when that happened. Oh, that was beautiful. For those of you who don't know what he's talking about, yes, on Frauditor Wrangler's panel yesterday, he had Mrs. Schrodinger's cat and BSBT on there, and damn, they all went off on BSBT for talking trash about Schrodinger. It was beautiful. Peck, Norfolk, Carl's order, Terry Barnes, Vestige of Peace, what's up? Big hugs, that's right, that's what I'm talking about. Big hugs for everybody. Best way to start the day is with big hugs. Vestige of Peace. Danny's in the house, what's up? Hello, good to see you. Terry Barnes, Greg Jonick, Vestige of Peace, who else is here? Zuzu Zequin's in the house. What's up? Still painting the penguin. It's going to be great. Yes. Can't wait to see it. Judy Joe Heads or John Anderson. What the hell? My brain said, John Anderson, what's up? Tuesday. Wow, I have a big anniversary Friday. Hey, today's Tuesday. I'm trying to decide, should I go see Guardians of the Galaxy tonight or should I wait and go see it with my kids? I mean, I know I'm going to see it, and I know they're going to see it. But for those of you who've been following, on June 7th, my daughter's graduating high school. I know they don't watch my show. It's no spoilers. It's a surprise that I'm going to actually show up at her graduation. So I was thinking, should I make part of that a thing like maybe the next day? Because obviously on her graduation night, she's going to want to do her own thing, teenager and all that. But I'm going to be out there for the weekend, maybe take them to the show to see Guardians, and we'll all go see it together. I thought that might be fun. I don't know. It's just a thought. Let me hear your opinions in the chat. Meantime, Zuzu Zequin, Vestige of Peace, Chris Kelling, Danny, Jam and Jet, what's up? Let's see. Chris Kelling, Methodist Dave's in the house. What's up? Good to see ya. Scott Ammo, what's up? Let's see. Bob Fox, what's up? Lord KJW, good to see ya. All right. Dave Prullo Jr., of course, is in the house. Let's get started. Get this started. All right, Chris Kelling, Maserati 5000 GT, baby. That's right. Did you tell him not Italian? Yeah. All right. Dave Prullo. Let's see. Edie Marie, what's up? Lunar Nights, what's up? Robert Custos. Danny, the super necessary BS detector. Oh man, I got so many great people here today. See, this is why every morning I wake up, and sometimes, like, I'll be perfectly honest, today I woke up and I was laying in bed and I'm like, and my alarm's going off and I'm just like, oh man. I felt like maybe I didn't get enough sleep last night. I don't know. Like, I was sideways in the bed and the sheet, and it was just like, ugh. like, man, I don't get up and face the day. But you know what? I've made myself do it. And I'm so happy I did, because when I come here and I see you guys, it makes me so happy every time. I love you guys so much. I love spending my morning with you guys. Seriously, legit. Bob Fox, Vestige of Peace, Edie Marie, Robert Custos, Texas Tim, what's up? Thank you so much for dropping by and dropping a like. Terry Barnes. My producer Salacious is in the house. All right. Just in case any of you don't get that joke. When Danny first started coffee. When Danny first became a fan of the show and started showing up, I would read the names quick like I'm doing now. And to try and, because I do this every day, it's gotten to the point where a lot of people, I don't even have to read your name. Like when I see the little Chucky, I just know it's Peck, right? When I see the little kitty, I know it's, Vestige of Peace. When I see the little shark thing, I know it's Texas Tim, whatever, So, but with her, I would just look and see Danny, but like she said, sometimes I'd look at it and I'd glance real quick and I see Diane or Donna or Debbie, and then I'd look again. Oh, it's Danny. Oh, sorry. But now that's why now I'm going by the icon. Oh yeah, it's Danny. What's up, Danny? Good to see you. Terry Barnes, Jam and Jet. Bob Fox. Oh, there she is. Danny, what's up? Vestige of Peace, Maserati, Lord KTW, Lord. Coach Kruger. Let's see, Salacious, David Perillo, commentator, auditor in the house. What's up, commentator? Good to see ya. Bob Fox, Edie Marie, Salacious. Script Cat is in the house, ladies and gentlemen. The one and only Script Cat. Love you so much. You're one of the OGs of this channel, Script Cat. Big supporter of the channel. Let's see, Chris Kellington. So is Peck, actually. Enzers, who been here for a long. Rosanna Massman. All right, good to see you. Great to have you here. Lots of longtime fans. Oh no, here we go again. It's like just kidding. Let's see, Coach Kruger, Salacious, Bob Fox, William Grabber. Oh, William Grabber, hello. Weed Skador's in the house. What's up? All right. Good to see you. Let's see, Christopher O'Connor, Bob Fox, Salacious, Danny, stupid microphone. See, this, I don't know if you guys can even hear it, but this crackling noise is an example of why Unclean Hands gave me this microphone as a gift. I just still have to integrate it into my system here. I absolutely appreciate it. This is awesome, fantastic, great, wonderful. I haven't integrated it into my system yet because it's not compatible with all my new stuff. But all my new stuff is cheap garbage. And that's why, because this is too good. But it's perfect because when I finally do upgrade my system, I don't have to worry about getting a new mic. In fact, this is probably going to, this is going to help me to be able to upgrade my system sooner because I don't have to save up enough money to, like when I budget for a new system, I don't have to include the price of the mic because now I already got one. So thank you very much, Unclean. Beautiful. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, round of applause for my fan, Unclean Hands. I'm going to cover that in a minute, too. I got that whole thing that I do every day. But in the meantime, let me finish my hellos. Weed Skador, commentator, auditor, Coach Kruger, Dad Farted. Oh, my goodness. All the best people. I got the best fans in the world. Best fans in the world. Ray W's in the house. Mark Rule's in the house. Greetings from Belgium. That's right. That's where we get the waffles from. Dino, what's up? All right. The dinosaurs have been watching. They ain't fooling around today, man. They're finna eat us if we don't start to behave. Dark Soul, what's up? How's it going? All right. And now I don't know what it means, like if there's a new movie or a new game or a new what, maybe some of you guys could give me a heads up on it. But I've been starting to see Jurassic Park commercials, but they're not like commercials for a new Jurassic Park game or a new Jurassic Park movie or whatever it is. I don't know what it is. I don't know. But they're commercials like if Jurassic Park was real, the videos you would watch during your training as an employee that works at Jurassic Park. It's kind of weird. It's very cool, actually. But if advertising campaign, but I'm not sure what it's an advertising campaign for. I mean, obviously, it's something within the Jurassic World universe, extended universe, or whatever. I don't know. Anyway, early reviews are saying that the new Indiana Jones movie sucks the sweat off a dead man's balls, which is what I predicted in the beginning. And now my son is begging me to take him, and I already vowed I will not see that movie. So now I don't know what to do. Because I love my kid. I'd do anything for him. Even sit through the new Indiana Jones movie. Doug Soul, Coach Cougar, Ray W, Mark Rules, King Stew 2000. All right. Ain't seen you in a minute. What's up? Or maybe I have. I just don't know. Colrack, what's up? Greg Jonek, Mark Rules, Salacious, Dad Farted. Never trust a fart. Mark Baggett's in the house. What's up, Mark? Jam and Jet, Mark Rules. Let's see. Russell's, that's where they grow the sprouts. Robert Custos, Mark Baggett, Coach Kruger, commentator auditor, Tanny the super necessary BS detector. There's a Roshin's in the house. What's up, Roshin? Good to see ya. As always, yeah. Darling Renee's in the house. Coach Kruger, the Floyd. Yes, yes, yes. Oh, the Jurassic Park burger. Oh, that's what they're advertising. It's a new hamburger. Okay. All right. Oh, I knew about that too. I should have made the connection in my skull. I thought the commercial was so cool with the whole like being as if it was an actual Jurassic Park thing. I liked it. Mr. DNA or whatever his name is. Mr. Kamikaze. Mr. DNA. He's an altruistic pervert. Mr. DNA. Here to spread some genes. All right. I'm caught up. Hello. Hello, everyone. Good morning and welcome to the show. And I'd like to begin with our new segment that I decided to do when I got Danny gifted a membership already. Ladies and gentlemen, here's a happy dance for Danny's gifted membership. All right. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. And apparently I owe Billy Yank too, just for the hell of it. And because we like to have fun, let's have a good time dancing for Billy Yank. All right. All right. Thank you, thank you, thank you very much. So anyway, starting the show today. Oh, my eyes are bothering me this morning. Whew. Starting the show today with our newest shtick, Parson 122. What's up? Parson 122. It's Indiana Jones, damn it. You go there and you sit there no matter how bad it is because it's an American treasure. But Steven Spielberg didn't even direct it. Like, I mean, what else? Anyway, our new feature, I got this, is another gift. I got a slew of gifts from unclean hands, including this hardcover copy of the Constitution, Declaration of Independence, and Articles of Confederation. And Jam and Jet with a gifted membership. Oh my goodness gracious me. Let's have a dance for Tennessee. Jam and Jet. All right. I think his original hat is in a museum, actually. Like for real. I don't know. Anyway, okay. Before I get into what I was just gonna do, start the bits and routines. Here's the problem with the new Indiana Jones movie. I knew this months ago, okay, because Disney announced the whole plan, or whatever. Paramount, I guess, owns Indiana Jones, right? So I just defaulted to Disney because they own everything now, right? Marvel Comics and Star Wars and everything else. But no, it's Paramount that owns Indiana Jones. But anyway, This new Indiana Jones movie, and this is why Spielberg didn't want to have anything to do with it. The only reason it exists at all, the whole point of the movie, is to retcon the good Indiana Jones movies and retcon the stories and change them because there's going to be time travel in this movie. So they can retcon the stories of the good Indiana Jones movies to change them into, after they're retconned, a prequel for the new Indiana Jones TV show they're going to be launching. But the new Indiana Jones TV show isn't going to fit the canon unless they change the canon. So the only reason the new Indiana Jones movie exists at all is so that they can retcon the original films to instead of creating a story that follows the canon, they're going to change the canon to fit the story of the new show that's coming out. So it's retcon. Retcon. Retcon is a term. It's an old comic book term, but it works for movies and anything else really. What's up, Doc Danger? What retconning is like, for example, it's very well established, and what's up, Welsh? It's very well established, and everybody knows that Spider-Man, Peter Parker, got his power from getting bit by a spider. So if they decide to make a movie that shows that he got his powers from an outer space alien spider that handed him a crystal ball but then it's retconning. It's changing the entire backstory. It's changing everything that we know about the character. It's called well, they actually did do it with Peter Parker, and it made everyone mad back in the, I think it was the late 80s, early 90s. They did this storyline where the Peter Parker that we all grew up with, people of my generation grew up with, the people of my parents, like in the 60s when Spider-Man first came out, was Peter Parker. But then there was a story back then where some guy was making Peter Parker clones. So then in the late 80s, early 90s, they decided to retcon the entire last 20 years of all the Spider-Man comic books I grew up reading and say, oh, that was never Peter Parker. That was actually one of the clones that was made for him back in the 60s. And all those stories you've been reading your whole life are actually about this clone guy and not about Peter Parker. And they just retconned the whole thing so that they could write whatever they want and wouldn't have to worry about following canon. That's what they're doing with Indiana Jones. This new Indiana Jones movie is going to be a retcon of the original movies so that they could write whatever they want and not have to worry about canon because they changed the canon, with the new TV show that's going on. Anyway, Spider-Man getting his powers from Iron Man was one of the dumbest retcons I've ever seen. Yeah, that's a whole nother story. I don't want to get into too much of that. This isn't a movie review show, but it is. I mean, I love movies and music, so it does come up. Anyway, I'd like to officially start the show by doing the new thing I started yesterday. I'm going to start doing it every day. I'm going to start the show every morning after my greetings and hellos to you guys by getting a reading from the Constitution, the hardcover Constitution I received from Unclean Hands. I got the page marked. It's the same page every morning. I'm going to read to you out loud every day to remind us why we're here. The First Amendment of the Constitution of the United States. There it is, Amendment 1. Amendment 1, freedom of religion, press, and expression. Ratified on December 15th, 1791. Quote, if you own a camera and rudely shove it in people's faces, you could do whatever you want with no consequences. First Amendment, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you. Announcements. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, women and children of all ages. I have the entire. Okay, Salacious. Retcon is not the season. The retcon would be the reveal that it was a dream. The reveal itself would be the retcon. All right, so it's like they write the season probably with the intention of it not being just a dream, but then they write themselves into a hole. They don't know how to write themselves out of it, so they pull a retcon to change it. Anyway, that's usually how retcon works. I always say this, but now I got more and more and more to add to it, so I'm going to do it right now. But first, I got to make sure that I'm situated properly with my Oh, there it is. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, this is the Hezokuai Show, and here at the Hezokuai Show, you guys are the best fans in the world, and I got physical evidence to prove it. Number one, under the sun, we're having fun. It's just begun. Ladies and gentlemen, that painting on my wall was painted by my fan, the one and only Judy Johansson. Physical evidence I got the best fans in the world. Ladies and gentlemen, that t-shirt was a gift from my fan, Little Chihuahua Big World. That's exactly right. That shirt right there was a gift from my fan, Debo's Nation. That shirt right there was a gift from Frauditor Troll. That's exactly right. That's right. Ladies and gentlemen, you can't really see it from here, but right there, right next to the voodoo doll, is a Kit Kat from my fan, Kick. The voodoo dolls themselves are handmade. Only 8 exist on the planet Earth. Speaking of which, there's still a couple available. One is going to be given away for this month's raffle. Number 8. This is number 6. News Now Voodoo. Handmade by my producer, Salacious. Her son, Mason, did all the 3D printing, and he literally made me... Literally, I thought this was funny. I don't know what you guys think of it, but this is because I call myself the Frauditor Destroyer. This is a destroyer called Frauditor. It's the literal Frauditor Destroyer. And I got a couple of them that I was going to throw in with the prize packages for this month's raffle. Okay, so you got a couple of good fans. So what? I'll tell you so what. This hacky sack was handmade by my fan, Leland Squirrels. Oh, yeah, but you can't have that many awesome fans, can you? This mug was a gift from my fan, News Now Enemy. Yeah, as we heard it all before. Yeah, but oh no, Uncle Artie's here. Anyway, even David Perillo Jr. sent me this Grateful Dead sticker. He's a fan, dagnabbit. Whatever side of the aisle you're on, you can still be a fan of the show. Okay, Hez, I know you say this every morning. So what else you got? I just got this yesterday, ladies and gentlemen. I got this mug from Welsh News Network. Yes. I just got that yesterday. That's great stuff. I don't want it to fall. Okay. And of course, I got this microphone. This hardcover copy of the Constitution. These fancy pants computer speakers. Those I got already plugged in, so that's hard to with the wires and stuff. From my fan, Unclean Hands. Uncle Artie, you should not be saying that, knowing full well what the ATF found in your drinks last year. You better watch what you say about that, because there's still a pending investigation, and you should know better. You need to talk to Snurdly about that one, man. He should have been advising you not to say that out loud. $2 for Danny, ladies and gentlemen. Tay's News Now Voodoo. Yes. Oh, wait. Hold on. That just gave me an idea. I'm going to do a combo mambo, a mambo combo. Holy monkey farts. I just had this idea. Hopefully it's going to work. I don't know. I've never tried this before. I just thought of it right now.
Hold on.
I'm going to try something different. Hold on. Heck, rabbit, my computer is being funky like a monkey.
This song is way too long for this. I hope they don't drop the bass again, because I can't. No, come on. No, they're gonna drop the bass. No, don't drop the bass. Sorry about that.
Sorry about that. I had to do that. I don't know why. It just came up that way. And On One News is here, ladies and gentlemen. What's up? I'm sorry. I have too much fun sometimes. Sorry, guys. Anyway, the big announcement. So as you guys know, Welsh News Network with a gifted membership. All right. Here's a happy dance for Welsh. All right. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. $2 from Billy Yank. I can see your lips moving. All right. Thank you very much.
He's not a ventriloquist, man. I don't know what you're trying to do. Talking about lips.
I'm trying, man. I'm trying. The music made the dogs want to whine. Way weary. What's up? Another day, another frauditor. That's right. Speaking of which, all right, the big announcement. Okay, so as those of you who've been a follower of my channel for a while know, and people who are new here are gonna need to know, we will have to try out. I'm working on it. It's coming soon. Holden McGroin, what's up? So, as you know, every month, every time we get any kind of donation to the channel in any way for any amount, we enter your name, and at the beginning of the next month, we put your name on the wheel and we have a drawing. And whoever wins gets a prize. And we usually do 10 prizes. The grand prize this month, I've said is this is actually number 6, but it's going to be number 8. But it's a voodoo doll. Like I said, there's only 8 that have ever been made or ever will be made. Wait a minute. We got membership from Mark, the sarcastic law student. 5 months. All right. Happy dance for Mark. All right. Thank you very much. So anyway, I announced that the grand prize is going to be that. I was talking about how it would probably, the prize would also include a rash mug. Rise to Shine with Hezokuai. I have another one that I haven't opened yet. And then I got a couple of these Frauditor destroyers that I was going to throw in there. But if you've been watching this whole month, I've been a little wishy-washy about explaining exactly what the prizes are going to be this month because, and I say this all the time, I never want to take away from my credibility at all. So I always try to wait because I order these things from these companies that like the printing company that I get my cards from and stuff and other things like that, that I don't want to announce that I'm going to give this away as a prize until I physically have it in my possession. Because if something goes wrong with the shipping or whatever, then it's like I'm a liar, right? So I try not to make any promises I know I can't keep. So I haven't been talking about these much. I talked about them when they were in the idea phase, but I finally got them. So when I talk about my cards, I got a gifted membership from Peck, ladies and gentlemen. It's a happy dance for Peck. All right. Thank you so much, Peck. So I'm going to figure out a way I got a bunch of these. It's a standard. I'm not giving away the full deck. It's a standard 52 card deck. I only ordered one deck because this is the first time I got them. I wasn't even sure if they were going to work or not or what they were going to look like. And Voodoo Doll Baby Mama, she's counting. She wants to know how much money I got coming in for the lawsuit. So I didn't know if this was even going to work or not. So I just finally got these yesterday. And I want to show you guys what I'm going to end up doing is picking random ones to include. Maybe because every suit, right, you got your aces or your diamonds, your hearts, your spades, your clubs. Each one is a different picture on it. But I have all of each suit, right? So, like, maybe the grand prize will include an ace and, second prize a king or whatever. I still got to figure out how I'm going to distribute them. But here's one of them. And I know already, because I tried this last night, that the camera doesn't necessarily pick them up too good. But I'm going to try to show you guys what I got here. So these are this is like, for example, this is the 9 of hearts. And it's this cop. But you see what's happening there? It's the dancing cop, and he actually dances. You see that? It's the dancing cop card. All right. Paracord Princess for $2, having cataract surgery in 2 hours. Wish me luck. Good luck. Thoughts and prayers for Paracord Princess, everybody. Let's go. Let's give her a double happy dance for good luck in her surgery. All right. All right. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. Commentator Auditor for $10. All right. All right. All right. Has dance off. Here we go. All right. Thank you so much, Commentator Auditor. Edie Marie for $5. Best part of waking up is Hezokuai in your cup. All right. All right. All right. Here we go. All right. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. Beautiful. Beautiful. I appreciate you guys so much. That's awesome. Oh my goodness. Let's see. Where's this? Why won't it? There you go. All right. So I got the dancing cop card. And because their surfaces are perfectly smooth, I keep them in plastic. So if you win one of these, it'll come to you wrapped in plastic like this. But like the camera, see, when I try to do it, all you see is the reflection of the plastic. That's why I took it out. But I have a couple others. Now that I actually have them in my hands, I don't know. But I got like this one. This is P. Barnes firing the taser. Boom, boom, boom. I don't know if you can really see it. Bam, 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 bam. So we got that one. And here, now this is rare. If anybody wins one of these, it's going to be luck because this is a Joker card. So there's only one of these. Again, I'll order a couple more decks of these, but obviously every deck comes with, ace through, ace through king of the dancing cop, ace through king of the P. Barnes. But this is a Joker, so there's two Jokers in each, but each Joker is different. This is Casey Camera Boy getting punched in the face by the Tampico guy. Bam, 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 bam. There you go. The camera doesn't really see that. Bam, knocks him. Bam, knocks him. Bam, knocks him. So I got that one. And then I got a couple that I'm actually, because I just got these yesterday. So honestly, I think I'm going to change these last two because I'm not particularly happy with them. The diamond one is a guy smacking the camera out of Good Citizen News's hand, but I had to do it vertical or horizontal, and I don't like the way it turned out at all. You can't really tell what's going on. Smack. See? Smacking the camera. Smacking the camera. Smacking the camera. Shh. Shh. See? Well, I guess you kind of, and it actually looks better when I'm looking at it in the camera. Bam. 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 But, so there's that one. And then finally, yeah. This one is probably, this is the other Joker. I don't necessarily think that this turned out bad, but I think that oh, wait a minute. Maserati 5000 GST says, I hope your surgery goes well, Paracord Princess. Yes, our thoughts and prayers go out for Paracord. Here's your happy dance. All right. Thank you very much. So this final one, it's not that I think this one didn't turn out good or whatever. It's that without knowing what it is, you might not even know what the heck you're looking at there. So is this even upside down? There you go. So that's the torso of a cop looking through a car window. And that's the window as the cop is smashing it. Bam. See, it's a window smash card. But if you just had this card and I didn't tell you that, you might not know what the heck it is. But yeah, see, there's the window and see the cop standing there. And then bam, there's the window smashed. Bam, window smash card. Bam. So, aren't they all Jokers? Yeah, right? But anyway, there's only one of each of the window smash and the Casey Camera Boy getting beat because those are the Jokers. But then the rest of them have the ace through kings. So again, I got the full deck, all 52. So in this month's raffle, when I pick my top 10 winners, I'm going to find a way to distribute those cards, evenly among all the winners. Maybe like, the way I'll do it is I'll have like, the first 4 winners will be like the aces, kings, and the higher the suits, and all the way down as we go through all 10 prizes. You know, the lower the prize, the lower the suit. Or maybe, see, that's the thing. I can't decide if I should do it that way or if I should make it random. You know, like whatever suit you get, kind of like I did with when I set out the booster packs. I set up the booster packs before I picked the winners, so I had no idea who got which booster pack. Anyway, that's all coming up down the line as part of this month's raffle. Thank you. None of this would be possible. Wasn't for the wonderful and beautiful support from you guys. This program is made possible in part by contributions from viewers like you. Yes, you. Thank you. All right, so let's start the show, man. Look, here's what's going on. Accurate Outrage. Good morning. Good to see you. Hi, Kiss. Good morning. Hey, that's perfect. I know we've been here almost an hour, but I'm just really getting the show started now because I had a lot of business to take care of in the beginning. If you missed it, I finally got the final prizes for this month's raffle, so I was going over what those are. I did my daily reading from my hardcover Constitution of the First Amendment. I read it every day. I'll read it again just in case anyone missed it. This is right here. First Amendment of the Constitution, freedom of religion, press and expression, ratified on December 15th, 1791. And it says, and I quote, "If you rudely shove your camera in a person's face, you can do whatever you want without any consequences." That's the First Amendment to the Constitution. Anyway, holy crap. That was not supposed to happen. Wow. I'm going to have to do a lot of cleaning later. I have like, see, I don't have like a proper computer desk. This is just like a table. And then over here, I got like another, like a folding table, like a little coffee table. And then over here, I have like a little generic plastic shelf. And I also have an actual music stand that I use to hold a bunch of stuff, like my laptop and everything. And, so I don't have like a wraparound desk. I just surrounded myself with random things to hold stuff. And the little generic plastic shelf just fell over and everything's sprawled everywhere. So that's good. Maybe I'll clean that up while we're playing the first video. But all that being said, the first thing I wanted to talk about today to get this show on the road. Okay, so yesterday, I mentioned that over the weekend, you know what, enemy? I'll tell you what you missed. The whole show, we're done. Thank you. Good night, everybody. No, I'm joking. You got perfect timing. We're just starting. We've been on, just doing business, taking care of things I had to take care of. $5 for Billy Egg. Frauditors retcon the Constitution like Netflix retcons Cleopatra. That's beautiful. I love that. Here's your happy dance. All right. Thank you very much. Beautiful. Anyway, so I go on over the weekend. I'm watching videos on the internet, and I see that Broken System, Broken Trust had Juan Galt on there. And Juan Galt made a video about John Felix, and he called him a sovereign citizen. So they were debating whether or not he's a sovereign citizen. Like, he was all offended that, Juan Galt had the audacity to refer to him as a sovereign citizen. Ray W. for $5. Making sure I enter. I can't recall if I did or not. Good morning. Good morning to you. Here's your happy dance. All right. Thank you very much. I would have to go back and double check, but I was just looking at the list earlier, and I'm pretty sure you already were on it. But now you're on it again. All right. Ow. You got to do that sometimes. All right. Thank you for the support, everybody. LJ sings, I can't believe I actually woke up at a normal time this morning. Just had to take my meds for my dental work. Maybe I'll be loopy or unconscious soon. Soon. Unconscious soon. There's no enemy. Look what I got. Ah, yes. That's awesome. Thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Broken scrotum, broken taint. Yes. Anyway, so yes. So Juan Galt's there. He's talking to John Felix and Broken System and blah blah blah, and they're going through all their nonsense. And I felt like Juan was kind of being ganged up on. And I know that Broken System, Broken Trust, like if I ask him to let me up, he will. He always Broken System and I have known each other, not known each other, but have gone back and forth on panels with each other many times. So he's quite well aware of who I am. So if I say, hey, let me up on your panel, he always does. It's never an issue. But anyway, so he lets me up there, and I started debating John Felix, and it was a debate, but I thought, that it went relatively well, And so I came on here yesterday morning, and I even rewatched it to double check and make sure that I'm not going nuts. So I come on here this morning, and $2 from Artie's Bar and Grill of Stupidity. Turd Surgery's gonna sue if you don't win a voodoo doll. All right, here's your Uncle Artie's Bar and Grill of Stupidity dance. No, I'll give you a real one. I love you, Artie. All right. I'm only nice to him because I'm afraid of what he's going to put in my drinks if I'm not nice. Anyway, Jennifer Klein is here, ladies and gentlemen. Awesome. Now we got a full house. All right, we're ready to go. So anyway, this John Felix guy, Gamer88, what's up? So I'm talking to him. I'm debating him. And we got the old back and forth going like any good debate does. So then yesterday I come on here and I talk about that it was a good debate, And at the end he said, because he had to leave early, he's like, look, I don't have time to keep talking about this, blah, 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 blah. But if you want to actually sit down and do a one-on-one, because this is 3-on-1, and, even he acknowledged that. He's like, if you want to have a one-on-one debate, I'll be more than happy to, come on your channel or you come on mine and we'll sit down and we'll have it out. And I said, you know what? That's not impossible. You know what? Maybe I'll do that. Maybe I'll take you up on that. Now, a while ago, I told you guys, anyone who's been following me for a long time knows this. When I first started this channel, I used to do that all the time. I used to do these debates all the time. And after a while, I gave up on it because I realized that there's no point in giving these guys the benefit of the doubt. There's no point in trying to actually talk to these guys like people. It doesn't work. You can't do it. So this morning, when I was planning out this show, I had this whole statement that I'd written that I wanted to get into this whole thing, trying to dig a little bit deeper into the psychology of these people, based on the idea that I was giving this John Felix guy the benefit of the doubt. Ladies and gentlemen, I should have listened to myself. I should have listened to the voice in the back of my head that said, never, ever give one of these douche canoes the benefit of the doubt because they're all garbage. Every single frickin' one of them. If they weren't, they wouldn't do this crap in the first place because a decent human being wouldn't even engage in that activity. And when they do, they immediately learn their lesson and they turn into Big Wes. They turn into Ironton Auditor. They turn into Mark Stout. If they actually have decency in the soul, it doesn't take long for them to figure out that they shouldn't be doing what they're doing. What the hell are you talking about, Hez? I'll tell you what I'm talking about. So during the debate with this John Felix guy, they always go to the ultimate extremes, right? So he goes to the extreme of bringing up slavery. Well, so you think that it's okay that when slavery was legal, that it was morally okay for them to do it? Like, if you were alive back then, would you have done it? And it's like, of course, he wanted a quick answer. So I didn't have time to get into, like, well, first of all, who the hell are you? Who the hell is anybody? Let's be realistic. Hey, would you have supported slavery if you're alive back then? Oh, no, not me. Yeah, it's extremely easy for everybody to get on their high horse and say that they wouldn't have supported it at all. But then what about all of the thousands of people who fought on the South in the Civil War, what they were fighting for? And again, I'm not sticking up for slavery or the morality of it. What I'm saying is, you're asking me how I would have reacted to a law at the time that it was a law. I don't know. I wasn't alive 200 years ago. I don't know what I would have thought. I don't know what side I would have been on. I know that my family historically has always been in the North, so I've never lived anywhere where slavery was ever legal until right now when I'm in Florida. Like, there's never been a history of people who supported slavery in my family or in my whatever. Ever. We always lived in Illinois. So, you know, I'm trying to sort of explain that idea, and that was part of the things that came up during the debate or whatever. So that's it. That happened. We had the debate. He had to go. He left. I talked to people for a while, whatever, blah, blah, blah. So then the next day, yesterday, I come on here, and I do my intro just like I do every day. And then I mention, hey, you know, I had this debate with this John Felix guy, and it actually went pretty well. Like, you know, it was all right talking to this guy, you know? So, Mike Nestrain, they had slaves up north. Well, yes. Okay. See, actually is a good example. Unclean Hands, Lisa White, what's up? What you just said actually is a good point that actually helps to support my point, which is that this guy brings up slavery and wants me to express my opinions on the history of slavery in one sentence or less. It's like, it's not that simple of an issue. The whole slavery issue was amazing. I mean, it caused the freaking Civil War, for crying out loud. It wasn't just a cut and dried issue. Moral or immoral? Yes, that's cut and dry. It was immoral, yes. But that's not what he asked me. And that's part of the problem with debating these guys. And one of the reasons why you can't, because they have their own method of thinking based on their own method of definitions that they invent. You can't listen to what they say. You have to listen to what they mean. Extortion isn't extortion. It's getting a ticket. It's getting pulled over. Tyranny isn't tyranny. It's a police officer saying, may I see your ID? Like, da, 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 da. They have this whole thing in their brains that's all mixed up. So he's asking me, the question he's asking should have been, or the response he was looking for was to the question, would you say that slavery was moral or immoral? But that's not the question he asked. The question he asked is, if you were in the South back then, what would you have done? How the hell do I know? I wasn't alive 200 years ago. I have no idea what. Yes, again, it's easy for anyone to say, oh, I would have held the high ground and I would have done the right thing. I don't know. I don't know what they were teaching in schools back then. I don't know what it was like growing up in that society at that time. Obviously, there was something to it that the entire South fought for it, that people gave their lives and killed and died over it. I don't know. I wasn't there. All I know is what I read in the books. But again, that's way too complicated an issue. So anyway, why am I bringing all this up? Why am I even having this conversation? Because, again, I have this debate with this guy, and I'm starting because I was debating these guys all the time when I first started this channel. And then after a while, I got so frustrated with their stupidity that I cut it off and said, there's no hope for these guys. You can't talk to them. I'm done even trying. But then I finally decided to talk to this guy because I looked at it as like I was sticking up for, I was sticking up for Juan Galt. And the whole point was that I'm talking to John Felix. We have this big thing. Slavery just came up, and it was just like a thing that he brought up. And I said, like I said, he was looking for one sentence answers. So I started to talk about it. And he's like, okay, all right, whatever. I got to go, blah, blah, blah. So then I come on here the next, and I mean, that was just one little part of the debate. And then we went on and talked about other things, and then he left. So then I come on here yesterday talking about how I actually had a nice debate with the Frauditor the other day. Yeah, it was a debate, so there were disagreements and it was heated, but it was all right. And I was even thinking about maybe taking it up on his offer to do it again. So this morning, John Felix community post, I debated a slavery advocate live. Seriously? What kind of a lunatic was I to think that I could give one of these guys the benefit of the doubt for 5 seconds? What the hell was I thinking? I try to be a good person. I try to have a good heart. I try to, you know what? Okay, I've dedicated my life, not literally, but I mean my show, to attacking these douche canoes. Now, finally, I'm like, okay, you know what? All I do is make fun of these guys. Let's give one of these guys the benefit of the doubt. Let's see if one of these guys actually has a soul. Let's imagine that this guy actually has a heart. I come on here and I say, I had a nice conversation with the guy. So how does he describe the exact same conversation? That guy's pro-slavery! Ah! Shove it up your ass sideways, you douche canoe. You're an idiot. I'm done. I know I said it before, but maybe I had to do this again to reassert myself and make sure that I remembered why I gave up trying to talk to these douche canoes. You can't talk to them. They're lunatics. Some people pay good money to be tied up and spanked. That's right. I love that. They don't understand poster 7. Don't they understand other things that require reading? They can't read badge numbers. Right. They can't read anything when they're demanding other people say things verbally so that they can control the conversation. But half of them, and that's one of the reasons why it's always fun to pause their videos when they put text on screen to point out all the spelling and grammatical errors. Arby, what's up? These guys are idiots. They're absolutely butterbrain douche canoes, and they deserve all the disdain they get. But what I was going to say before I saw that on his community post, because it actually was a good point, whether it actually applies to him specifically, it's still a good point, a good idea that I thought about, and I wanted to kind of talk about here a little bit. Specifically when it comes to the whole sovereign citizen ideal, but it works for frauditors too. I'm starting to think that because we're always trying to figure out what mental conditions these guys, because obviously they don't all have the same one, but it seems like there are mental conditions that these people suffer from. In some cases, they're just butterbrain douche canoes. They're just idiots. Like Silence Boy or SGV News. He's just, Amagansett Press, the Long Island Audit. They know what they're doing. They're just turds about it, and they don't care. Josh Abrams, right? But some of these people actually really, truly believe that they're doing something. And what I'm starting to think is that maybe there's something wrong with their brain in the sense of being able to differentiate literal from sarcasm. And what I mean by that is when they make the I don't need a license to drive argument, I started thinking well, wait a minute. Do they mean literally? I need gas in the car. I need my engine to be functioning. There needs to be some kind of lubrication in there. The brakes need to work. The gas pedal needs to work. I don't necessarily need a key if I can hotwire it. But I don't need a driver's license. Is that what they're saying? Hey, you need a license to drive. No, I don't. Do they think that it means literally? Of course you don't literally need a license to drive. I don't literally need a beard. I could shave it off. I'm not going to die without it. I don't literally need a license to drive. Is that what's going on in their damn head? You know what? I did 2 whole episodes on that, paracord. Oppositional defiance disorder. Yeah, I think that's one of the biggest one is adult oppositional defiance disorder, especially for someone like DirectD. I'm not a psychologist, but if I was, I would absolutely say that DirectD has that. No doubt in my mind for a second. I think a lot of them have that to some extent. But yeah, that specifically, DirectD for sure. They film their empty lives every day. Yeah, right. Oh, wait, are you talking about? Oh, never. They're attacking New York public tour. Oh, he's another one that's a fan of my show. That's why he's here every day. He doesn't come here every day like Rogue Nation does just to talk trash. But it is what it is. Frickin' media, oppositional defiant disorder. Yep, absolutely. Well, yeah, there's, like I said, there are a lot of frauditors, just frauditors in general that oppositional, if you look at the actual diagnosis of oppositional defiance disorder, it fits a lot of frauditors. But I mean, I'm willing to bet that if psychologists looked at DirectD, they would find that. Absolutely. No doubt in my mind. For him specifically. Again, not that it doesn't apply to other ones, but it seems so obvious to me. There's a million things that DirectD has done that make me say that. But when I'm talking about specific, well, okay, wait a minute. Now everyone's talking about the whole New York public tour thing. I'm not reading the chat, so I apologize if I'm not following what's going on exactly. You know what? I don't know, man. I just thought of something. I just spent the first the last half hour, talking about what happened this morning when I read that community post. I need to stop trusting these frauditors. So maybe I'm taking the wrong route. See, I can't help. I hope that this is one of the reasons why you guys love me. Because I can't help but be empathetic towards other people. That's one of the reasons why I'm so fervent on calling them out for not having empathy. And even when it is them, I can't help myself. I'm always trying in my head to figure out oh, well, maybe this guy, until I see something like easy cameras on, punching a lady in the back of the head and literally knocking her out. Boom, no more benefit of the doubt for your ass. Or Eli. What my peeps? What my peeps? What my peeps? What my peeps? You got a life? What my peeps? What my peeps? Okay, I guess not. And then DirectD. I had him on here as against once, and I gave him the benefit of the doubt. Had a nice conversation with him. Talk about oppositional defiance disorder. He's always doing something horrible because that's what they all do. But the thing that really convinced me that he's absolutely gone, like gone, was when he went to the police station with James Freeman. And I think Rogue Nation might have been there too. I know Freeman was. And they kept, like, they're sitting in the police station and cops are walking past. What's up, pig? What's up, pig? Hey, pig! Hey, tyrant pig! The cops literally ghosting him. Every cop as they walk by. Hello, pig! Hello, obviously trying to get arrested. Blatantly trying to get arrested. They didn't get arrested, so what does Direct D do? He grabs a megaphone, runs outside, climbs up on top of a squad car, and starts hopping on the roof of the squad car, screaming into the megaphone, "Screw you, you tyrant pigs! Fuck you, you tyrant pigs!" What else do you need to know? Oh, man. Yeah. Anyway, let's get to our first video of the day. Ladies and gentlemen, just because it's been a minute and because it's always fun, I want to start today with Ragical, the Unhallowed Night. Yes, this is a video entitled Police Chase Idiot in High Speed Pursuit because he didn't know what to do.
You know, this video was in my library for quite some time now. I didn't actually know how to handle this, but hey, we're gonna try something different in the form of having some music. You can already hear it in the background. It's F-Zero, Mute City. We're gonna go for a ride. Hold on to your butts. It's gonna get bumpy.
All right. Oh my goodness gracious me. So in general, I try to time my pauses so that they go with the natural flow of the video. But at the same time, I don't know how long it's going to be before Ragical kicks in here. So I decided to acknowledge this super chat from Danny. $5 from Danny. Thank you so much. New York is one of the frauditors you're talking about. Sorry, Hez. Someone has to tell you. New York Public Tour is an asshole. The stuff you say about frauditors applies. All right. I'll take it. Anyway, it's crazy that you can. Yeah. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on a second. First of all, I owe Danny a happy dance. All right. And we got 2 minutes until the Frauditor News Network Happy Dance So let's do a countdown while we're watching this video for 2 minutes. Oh, you know what? When this video's over, well, that's 3 minutes from now. Let's.
Daily on foot, 117 is normal.
Yeah! Open the door!
On your face right now. On your face. On your face, I said, motherfucker.
Oh, this is on me. Oh, this is on me. Look,
Put your
this is my first time. I don't know what.
Look, put your face on the ground. Look away from me. Look away from me.
Okay.
Any weapons?
No, sir.
Okay. Go ahead and roll over on your left side. Just gonna check you for weapons real quick, okay? Drugs in the car?
Huh?
Drugs? Drugs in the car?
There's marijuana right there. Just a nut. That's it.
All right. Bring your knees up. There you go. Stand up. How you doing?
I really want to say I'm sorry. It's just I'm panicked because my girl's in the car and I don't have license or insurance or anything.
That's the only issue with you?
Yeah, I just have really bad anxiety and so that's all. I don't know what to do.
Oh, maybe pull over next time? Didn't know what to do. The police is after you and you don't know what to do. This is basic knowledge, mate. When the police is after you and they tell you to pull over, you want to take a big guess what you're supposed to do? This is stupid beyond belief.
Trying to get my life together and stuff. That's all.
Not a good way to do it.
No, I know. I was dropping a friend off and I just didn't know what to do.
Local man doesn't know what to do when the officer actually instructs him what to do. That's dumb. Stop being dumb. Joke's on you. You're in the backseat of the police cruiser now. Just.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the Frauditor News Network Cupcake Happy Dance! All right, one more time. All right, thank you so very much for reminding me, everybody. Love it. Looks like that's pretty much the end of the video right there. Anyhow, yes. Why is he wearing the Frauditor Follies hat on his shoulder? It's Barry the Platypus, man. He's famous. He's an icon. He's the greatest spy who ever lived. Anyway, way better than 007. He's 00 Platypus. I love you guys. You're the best. Anyway, that video brought up something that I wanted to address a couple times. One of the reasons why I think it's important for people like us to do what we do, for people like me to do what I do, is because in situations like this, I think are a very good example of it. When you have people like Chili Decastrated, Decon Man, when you have people like him walking around, people like Here's the Deal, people like James Freeman, people like Unchained Soul, Sovereign Mind, or whatever, Sovereign Soul, Unchained Mind. When you got these people running around the internet trying to convince people nonstop, and their fans back them up on it, selling this narrative that police officers are nothing but people who want to kill you. That's what they want to do. They don't want to pull you over and write you a ticket. They want to pull you out of the car, beat you, and throw you in cuffs and lock you in a cage. And they want to be vicious, and they want to be mean, and they want to kill you. That idea and spreading that idea is super dangerous. It's not just dangerous because it increases the possibility of people taking violence toward the police. It's a dangerous idea because it creates people like this. There's a cop just lit me up. I'm not going to pull over because I'm scared. Because everyone tells me the cops are just trying to kill you. I don't want to get killed, so I'm going to run. Now you're putting everyone in the road on the road in danger because you're driving like a lunatic running from the cops. So now it's doubling down on the danger because of all the random citizens that you can run over in your car. And that reminds me of something else I wanted to talk about. This whole thing with the driver's license and the driving versus traveling and this and that. And like I said earlier, the idea of like, I don't need a license to drive, like they're taking it literal. Like you literally don't physically need a license to drive. But also this idea like, okay, when they say, hey, what's up, Big West? Did you see the new Frauditor who threw himself? Oh, yeah, I did like, I covered him like 3 times already on this stream because he did all these updates where he like showed himself in the hospital and he showed his hospital paperwork, which basically said that he was diagnosed with, in fact, Unclean Hands did a great video where he showed the paperwork, the guy's hospital paperwork, and how it doesn't actually prove anything. Yeah, Big West, we were just talking about you, actually. I was using examples of people who learned their lesson and are doing the right thing now. So anyway, this idea that you can't drive without a license or that I can drive without a license or whatever, blah, blah, blah. The concept that these people don't ever seem to understand. And this is why, like, if anyone says, hey, these guys aren't narcissists or whatever, why do you guys call us narcissists? Let me tell you why. First of all, Blackheart Knight for $2. Oh, you didn't see the News Now Voodoo dance I did earlier. His first tasing of the day was done to the beat of the song. I just dropped the needle. I don't want to stab myself in the foot, so hold on for a second. I got to come up with you know what? Just a moment. Ow! Stupid needle.
Blackheart Night? Blackheart Night again! Every time with you, man! I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna get you! Oh, buddy, you just wait, pal! You just wait! I'm not gonna... Oh, here you go! Oh, no! There's no expectation of privacy in public! I'm not working in a commercial capacity! Oh. Hey. Hezokuai, what are you doing? You're destroying the illusion. Everyone thought that was actually his voice.
Anyway. Yes. The Grandma Bob Show's here, ladies and gentlemen. All right. Awesome. Best fans in the world, like I always say. You guys are awesome sausages. So anyway, getting back to the concept that they never seem to comprehend. Why we call them narcissists. Why we say that they are completely wrapped up in themselves above everyone and everything else. I can drive, operate. What's up, Nicky Red? Smitty is broken, beaten, scared. What's up? I can operate my personal private property without a license. You know what? Let's say you live on a ranch, big, huge piece of land. My cousin inherited from my aunt. My uncle. They used to live on a big farm. My cousin still does, but my aunt used to live on this huge farm. Oh, Jennifer, you want a voodoo doll? Oh, well, the grand prize of this month's raffle is a voodoo doll. Number 8. This one's number 6. Number 8 is the grand prize. So who knows? If you get in on the raffle, maybe. There's only 8 of them in the world. There only ever will be 8. They're all handmade by Salacious. Round of applause for Salacious, ladies and gentlemen. Judy Johansson, who painted that painting right there. What's up, Judy? Great to see you. Anyway, I can operate my own property without a license. Well, you know what? Like I said, my uncle used to have this huge farm, and it was so big that between like the front gate and the house, just going from the front gate to the house, you would have to drive. It was huge. You wouldn't have to drive, but it would take you a long time to walk to the house, and you'd be on his property the whole time. We had all kinds of four-wheelers and stuff. We used to just drive around the property just for fun because it was so big. If you own a piece of property like that and you're driving your private property, your truck, your car, whatever, through your own property, sure. No one's going to stop you. No one's going to try and get your license. No one's going to say that you broke any traffic codes. But as soon as you leave your house and you get on the public roads, well, I pay taxes to build that road. So does everybody else. And everybody else has to share that road with you. And everybody else wants to know, feels somewhat secure, not having to look at every single other car on the road and drive absolutely like, oh my God, I hope this guy knows what he's doing. Oh my God, I hope this guy has insurance and they don't run me over. You don't want to have to do that to everybody just because you decide you don't have to follow the rules because it's a public road. Right. The public is not you individually, specifically, personally only. The public is the public. The public doesn't like frauditors. The public wants to be able to drive without having to worry about being hit by somebody who just because they hate the government doesn't have insurance. So now because you got beef with the government, I am stuck with the bills to fix my car and my hospital bills. And I'm screwed because you have beef with the government. They don't make the connection that there are other people in the world. That's what the whole frauditor thing. They walk into the DMV, they walk into the post office. There's people in there, not just the people who work there, but the customers. Please don't film me. Screw you. I'm going to film you whether you like it or not. That's not standing up for we the people. That's literally standing up against we the people. But we the people don't matter to them. Only they matter to them. Only their followers matter to them. Only other idiots with cameras who go to their audits with them matter to them. They don't actually care about anything except themselves. And yes, beef is fantastic, especially a nice T-bone steak. Woo-wee! Look out! Oh, headphone warning. Wait, let me try that with the voice on. Woo! I love you guys. What the? Since Unclean Hands is in the house, let's do the Unclean Hands for the next video. All right. That's why insurance is so high. Soon they'll offer Frauditor insurance. Yeah. Exactly. Ladies and gentlemen, Unclean Hands with who you're going to call when they come for you.
Welcome back once again. I'm going to try to go through three different videos here, see what we can find for stupid today. First one is Jeremiah Payne doing a live stream begging for money. The second and third ones, I'm not sure yet. I'll select those as we go. Sit back, have a smile on your face, and enjoy.
What's up, everybody?
What's up, bro?
What's up, bro?
How y'all doing tonight? Sorry, Charlie. Don't want to. I don't know how to.
What's up, guys?
Welcome to the happy hour with the Pains.
So I got one thing to say too now. I literally was just over on Indiana Auditor's channel before I went live, and he's got some dickhead up on his channel talking shit about me, and Indy over there laughing about it. So Indy, I'm done with you.
You go fuck a dick, dude.
Don't ever contact me again. Don't ever text me. Go for yourself. You're a two-faced traitor.
I feel your pain, Jeremiah. Breaking up is hard to do. Who sang that song? Breaking up is hard to do. Da-da-da. You already broke up once. You got back together with him, and now you're going to break up with him again. They leave you once. You just stay away, Jerry. That's how it works. Come on now. Smarten up, 45-year-old handsome man like yourself.
Yeah, it never ends, dude. Frauditors, they're over there talking about how much they like Frauditors. Y'all can go suck it together.
Hey, Jeremy, can we talk a little bit about what's going on with your kids? Exactly how you're dealing with that situation and all that back child support?
They're not my kids. They've all my life. All I have heard, I ain't their dad. I've heard it from their mom. I'm not their dad. Blah blah blah. But she wants my goddamn money though. But that's all about to change because I literally signed papers at child support, and I literally am signing over my rights.
Well, I'm glad you're taking your responsibility as a sperm donor seriously and giving them up so that maybe they have a chance of getting raised a little more decently than they would with you, like your own child that lives with you. God help her. I don't know what's going to go on with that child. Anyway, so what else is going on, Jeremy? Giving up your kids and all. And by the way, that's not going to get rid of $80,000 to $100,000 worth of past child support. Sorry to tell you.
Aiden, at 14 years, when he was 14 years old, have a girl over sleeping, fucking her, knowing he was fucking her at 14.
I think you're wandering into some libelous speech there, my friend. You're making a lot of accusations. I'm sure you got proof of that because that could be big trouble for you down the road if you're making up stories about your ex sleeping with a 14-year-old boy. Come on now, seriously.
I need money for drugs, really.
Well, that's about all I can stand of this smooth-brained twat waffle. His wife kept talking, but I couldn't understand anything she was saying, so I cut it out, and I cut out a bunch of 5- and 10-minute gaps where he just sat there with his mouth hanging open, drooling all over the place. Anyway, let's move on to something else. This gem is from the Random Patriot. He calls it the low IQ city official tries to assault professional journalist. Let's see how this goes. That'll be pretty interesting.
What is your name? Who are you and what's your name?
My name is Ann Reed, and I'm the administrative assistant in this office.
Hi, Ann. I'm Justin.
Justin.
That's all I'm giving.
His last name is Time, young lady. His first name is Justin. His last name is Time. Justin Time. Get it?
Thank you.
Then why did she have to?
Because she works for the public, and I'm a private citizen.
You better leave.
Why is that?
Because you were told to leave. That's why.
This is a public office, sir.
Sir, you were told
What's
to
your
leave.
name?
You're not giving that.
What is
My
your
name
name?
is none of your business.
Do you work for the public? Then it is my business.
The cops are on the way, and
Okay.
you're going to make this a problem.
I'm not making anything a problem.
Leave this
Do
alone.
not touch. That'll be assault charge if you touch
No,
my stuff.
assault is hitting you.
No, it
It's
is
that.
not. Touching me in any way is assault. And you want to find out?
Yeah, get the heck
I'm
out
being
of here.
polite to
Get the heck out of
everybody.
here.
Well, that ended quite abruptly. I don't know what happened. I couldn't tell you. Got no background on the story, but that was the story. Let's see what else we can find. All right, this is that auditor that likes to punch women in the face when they're walking away from him. Easy camera. Yeah, he's going to notify the 43rd precinct, I guess, of where they can and can't park because he's the parking enforcement in the city, apparently. But he's still out there being a complete douche canoe. Let's check it out.
It was a couple days ago, not so long ago, that these officers was notified by him, and still nothing happened. You know what I'm saying? But he went around the block because he knew I was here waiting. He didn't want to be filmed. I want to give you a clear
Look at
view.
that professional
How
journalist
you doing, boss?
holding a close-up of his
Busy?
finger.
No, I just want to give you this notice paper. This is for the all precincts that they can't park on the sidewalk no more.
Office,
Out.
gonna be with you.
All right. Can't park on the sidewalk no more.
He is totally mimicking another auditor from New York. What was his name? The guy that got arrested there. What was his name? Stealing the orange man. He totally stole his script, and now he's the parking enforcement. He took that over. He was promoted to that position after the other guy got busted stealing oranges and apples from the neighborhood vendors.
Out here. Gotcha. Ay, it's easy out here. Don't cry. How you doing, man? What's your name, badge? We got 18, 6, 12. I can't. Lopez. Oh, we got another Lopez. Lopez, I just wanted to give you a notice. I hope you could give that to your supervisors, your higher ups. I got your name and badge on recording, so I hope you give it to them. And it's for the parking rules that you can't park on the sidewalk. See that right there? I had to walk in the street just now, and some other guy just had to walk in the street, and that's unsafe for the civilians. So I just wanted to make sure you get that to your higher ups, and that's about it.
I got you.
All right. The proof is on the camera. I'm going to send this to the council meetings and the council members and the city. What? Easy.
Easy?
Yeah.
I got you, okay?
All right. No problem.
Have a good day.
Thank you. You too.
No problem.
I know, I heard him said the poop was in the camera. The poop is in the camera there, young lady. Yeah, he's such a joke. I'm surprised he's back out. They haven't caught up with him yet, but somebody's going to catch up with this guy fairly soon, I think. Anyway, I can't stand doing any more of these morons, so I'm going to just end it here. You all have a great day now. Love you all. Bye.
All right. Another banger from Unclean Hands, ladies and gentlemen. All right. Love Unclean. Awesome. The poop is in the camera. Here's the thing, man. This is important. So, we've seen plenty of these city hall meetings, right? And how they go, especially when people like Regan Benson and DMA show up, right? Like, there's so many ways. And this is one of the many reasons why we have problems with these guys. Because if they actually do, like, and I'm not saying I agree with them at all, but let's just say that he's right. Let's say that I agree with him that should be changed. And that, by the way, is one of the biggest problems and why, once again, I've decided to give up trying to debate with these idiots because they always play that game, and I knew they played it, so I didn't fall for it this time, but they always do it. And I saw them doing it to Juan Galt, too, when I was there. But it's this game they play where they bring up things that they know you have to agree with. Well, do you think it's okay for a cop to shoot an unarmed man in the back for no reason? No. Of course that's not okay. oh, so you agree and then they'll bring up some situation where it's like, whoa, wait a minute. I didn't say that because that's not the picture you painted. But again, their definitions of words, you can't give them an inch because the problem is we think like humans and they think like idiots, right? If they say, well, wouldn't you agree that extortion is wrong? And then you say, well, yeah, of course extortion is wrong. Then you're giving in to their definition of extortion. So in their mind, you just admitted that getting pulled over is illegal. No, I didn't. Yes, I did, because pulling you over is extortion. What the hell are you talking about? You have to understand that they're coming from a place of their own nonsensical nonsense. Their illogical logic. Their own definitions of their own words. If a cop says, may I see your ID? That's tyranny. So then they say, are you saying you support tyranny? No, of course I don't support tyranny. Ah, gotcha. So you don't support cops. The hell are you talking? No. Like you can't just agree to anything they say because their definitions are insane. So they're going to take anything you say and use it against you based on their twisted definitions of words. So you get a situation like this, where you get easy camera out on the street saying, I don't think cops should be parking on the sidewalk. Now, what is he talking about? Like Unclean said in the video, Brooklyn Audits did the same thing. In fact, for those of you who don't know, who haven't been following them, here's what happened. Brooklyn Audits got busted for stealing the orange and then called out for also stealing an apple. Then News Now Ninja, who originally was sticking up for him, had him on to give him a chance to apologize. And instead of saying, I'm sorry I was wrong, he says, I'll take whatever the hell I want in my neighborhood. Oh, okay. So he doubles down on the evil. Meanwhile, while all that's going on, Easy Camera Boy, gets in trouble for knocking that woman out, punching her in the back of the head, sucker punching her as she's walking away. And as all that's going on, Eli's getting out of jail and getting rearrested. So once it comes out that Brooklyn Audit is a thief and a criminal and is unapologetic about it, and says flat out, I'll steal whatever I want, I don't care. You'd think he'd be done, right? And then Easy Camera knocking that woman out. You definitely think he'd be done, right? Well, now they're a group. Easy Camera, Brooklyn Audits, Eli, couple other casts. They go out together and audit now. They do live streams as a group now. And they got more subscribers than ever. They weren't abandoned. They were embraced. Even though other frauditors came out against them. Because this is the fan base. This is the thing that the frauditors don't ever seem to understand. Their fans, the only people who would be fans of this are the kind of people who support that behavior. Or they wouldn't be fans in the first place. How could you be a fan of that kind of behavior? So when these guys do it and double down on it, they're like excited. Hey, well, let's get more subs. If the people who are the fans of these guys had a soul, they'd run for the hills. They wouldn't double not double their subscribers, but their numbers wouldn't be going up after this. They'd be dropping like flies. Yeah. Wait, what?
What? I've never been to New York. What's your problem? No! No! Stop it! Cut it out! I know you didn't have anything to do with the Black Heart Night, but I'm gonna get you anyway!
Oh, thank you. Yeah. Oh my goodness gracious me. In fact, I don't know if he's still here, but yesterday I was playing a video with Silence Boy, and Silence Boy was talking about like, yeah, the only reason I do this is because I'm getting paid, right? Admitting flat out that it has nothing to do with civil rights or this or that or whatever. And then Rogue Nation said, well, I don't watch Silence Boy. And I said, well, you should, because like this is the group that you're purporting to be a part of. But I didn't say at the time, and I wanted to. And if he's in here right now and he could hear me, I should make sure that, like, I think if you really, honestly, truly cared and wanted to understand where we're coming from, and you're not just a professional troll like we call you, like we say you are, you should watch people like Silence Boy. You should watch people like Casey Camera Boy. You should watch people like SGV News. You should watch Brooklyn Audits. You should watch Easy Cameras On. You should watch frickin' media. You should watch NC Tyrant Hunter. You should watch all the other frickin' frauditors. Because when you go around saying you're a First Amendment auditor, and then you come here and you hear us talking about how First Amendment auditors are scumbags, why would you guys say that? If you don't watch any other auditors, you should try it. Then you'll see what we're seeing and you'll understand why we hate you guys. Or at least what you do. Because that's what it is. It's like, and I'm sick and tired of this excuse that, oh, well, yeah, I know some of them are bad. Some of them. If I started going down the list, it'd keep getting longer and longer and longer and longer. The short list are the ones that are not bad. And again, and I always reiterate this, I say the word frauditor for a reason. All frauditors are bad. An auditor, I don't have a problem with an auditor. Great and Robs, what's up? An auditor's a legitimate thing. Like, there are people who are professional auditors. They work for companies. They go to the warehouse and count the stock. They audit what's in the warehouse. There are real auditors in the world. So when I say frauditor, I'm talking about frauditors. And yes, they are all bad. If they weren't bad, they wouldn't be a frauditor. They'd be a legitimate auditor. Anyway. Frauditor Troll is next on my list, ladies and gentlemen. He's got another example of a frauditor getting exposed by a real journalist. Let's take a look and see what he's got for us today.
Today's video, we'll be talking about the frauditor known as Anthony X, as he gets totally exposed by real journalists. That is absolutely hilarious. You will love this. So don't forget to subscribe, and without further ado, enjoy the video. So for those who aren't familiar with Anthony X, he's a pretty small frauditor. He's been at it for quite some time.
Wait a minute. Hold on a second. I just realized something. This is the story I was talking about yesterday. This is the story that the lady wrote about Anthony X, and then he made a video making fun of her for writing about him, and then the paper started getting attacked with call flooding and all of his sycophant, insane lunatic fans threatening her and calling her a dirty Jew and saying all these horrible things about the reporter. And then she came back and did another report talking about how that happened, but also how she loved the fact that, okay, the KFAR, okay, you're getting into it. Because I read the article, the follow-up article she wrote, where she mentioned this channel in the article. And now Kfar saying, wait a minute, he mentions, okay, here, all right, now I'm going to shut up, though. No, for those of you who didn't watch yesterday's show, no spoilers. So here, I'll stop. Then we'll just play the video for you.
Over 3 years and still haven't broken the 30,000 subscriber mark. But yeah, he's a small frauditor. He's not the worst usually, but he does hang out with Casey Camera Boy. Now, I have talked to him in the past. He did a false illegal copyright strike, and then he realized that it made no sense to be fighting for free speech and to try to silence somebody else's free speech. So he retracted that copyright strike, and that's all good. So I do give him credits for that. At least he realized that he was being a hypocrite and he took that back. But now it looks like he's harassing and doxing a journalist, and they are fighting back with words and they are obliterating him. So let's take a look at this. This was the first article. Here, let me pull it a little bit larger. Let me zoom in a little bit. All right, here it goes. A man walks into Marina City Hall and is greeted politely at the front desk. Things start to get a little bit uncomfortable when the staff member realizes he is not here to conduct city business, to request a building permit, say, or to register for a recreation program. He's just there to hold the camera and test the limits of the staffer's comfort with the camera. As she becomes obviously uncomfortable, the visitor says, "It's just a camera, ma'am." His narrative continues, "I come in peace. I have no ill will. I'm just a guy with a camera, peacefully exercising my rights." He then walks into the finance department, which is not open to the public, but no locked door or no trespassing signage bars his way. He narrates his ostensible mission to make sure there's no alcohol, contraband, anything of that nature. There are just cubicles, no contraband, nor any apparent reason why he suspects there might be. When he's advised that this is an employee area only, he pushes back, "Watch your tone." A few minutes later, 2 Marina police officers arrive. A surprisingly civil conversation follows, and Commander Steve Russo eventually instructs him firmly but politely to leave the finance department. "You're interrupting City Hall business," Russo says. "I'm asking you to leave." Eventually he does, and it becomes part of a video posted on October 15, 2022 to YouTube by a user named Anthony X. Anthony X describes himself as a First Amendment auditor, and his hundreds of videos follow a similar arc. Walk into a government building, point cameras at employees with no agenda other than to test their limits. He posts to Instagram and YouTube and then asks viewers to rate the agency pass or fail. They're also invited to give money, of course. Each video starts and ends with a flourish in which he recites something of a motto: "Remember, no bootlicking." In one video from April 6 in Pacific Grove City Hall, a staff member calls the police while being filmed. When they arrive, Anthony X tells officers, "Hopefully she'll do better next time, because there will be a next time." On December 29th, he told a staff member at California Labor Relations Office in Salinas, "I'm just a guy with a camera. I'm an independent journalist working on a story. I come in peace. I'm not here to cause trouble." Anthony X claims he is conducting these audits in the service of the public, testing government agencies' compliance with the First Amendment. He also calls himself a journalist, but eschews journalist ethics. Not every hallway or office in a public building is open to the public, and public service does not require chatting with people holding a camera in your face for any purpose other than because they can. Anthony X seems to be trying to provoke, and it's for that reason he doesn't announce himself, nor does he share his full name or identity. He wears a face covering in his videos. And it says, "They might not like it, but I want to test to see if they honor and respect my rights," he tells me over the phone. "There's a lot of middle ground with what I do. You either love it or hate it." He declines to give me his full name or share where he lives, beyond the Tri-County area. He says he works a graveyard shift as a sales manager, and these local government audits have become a side project over the past 3 years. I would call these audits bullying. He thinks the video, which skirts the edge of confrontation just up to the law, are good for access and transparency. In my opinion, there is no such thing as bad exposure. You can either shine like a star or melt like a snowflake, he says. Let me zoom down. But these antics don't have the effect of getting agencies to throw open their doors. If anything, they do the opposite, prompting tighter security. 2 months after his visit to Marina City Hall City, the council approved $48,000 for design upgrades. It was a very intimidating, threatening invasion of our city hall, Mayor Bruce Delgado said before voting to approve the expenditure. Pacific Grove officials expected a draft proposal this month on proposed security updates. I owe it to my employee to make sure that they come home safe every day, City Manager Ben Harvey said. If there are things I can do to improve that while ensuring the public has appropriate access, that's what I should do. So that was the article that the Monterey County Now posted. It was very fair, very honest about their interaction with Anthony X, but Anthony X didn't like that because, of course, he doesn't really like transparency. He doesn't like criticism. So he decided to make a doxing video where he was going to dox the newspaper, the news publication or whatever, and pretty much brigade all of his people to go harass the newspaper. And, you know, the only thing that the newspaper did is to retaliate with another article where they're blasting him for his unlawful activities. So let's read that out. I will not post the video of him doxing the newspaper because I don't want to contribute in doxing those people. I don't want to help to spread his message, right? So we're just going to leave that alone. We'll take a look at the reply. All right, here it goes. A group who claims to care about free speech harasses the weekly. Here, let me zoom in a bit more. So here it goes. We publish an issue of Monterey County Weekly every Thursday, and an edition of our e-newsletter, Monterey County Now every day. Some stories prompt a lot of response and some just a little, but only once in my time as a journalist at a local newspaper has a story prompted doxing an organized online harassment campaign. Yup, you are being called out, Anthony. That's what happened Thursday, May 11, when we published a story about a YouTuber called Anthony X, a self-proclaimed First Amendment auditor. He and other such auditors walk into government buildings with cameras, provoke municipal employees into conflict, then document said conflicts to show alleged overreaction, sometimes resulting in a call to the police. I guess it shouldn't come as a surprise that upon revealing this behavior, the same antics were unleashed on the weekly. Within hours of publication, the phone started to ring incessantly. It turned out that Anthony X had decided to make a video about me, urging his followers to do what he usually asks them to do, to call or email or log complaints, while he asks, with what sounds in his voice like a wink and a nod, to be cordial. A small sampling of calls and emails, most anonymous, shows they are anything but. And now here's a sample of the emails. You are a certified piece of dog shit, reads one email from an address belonging to the name Bad Mother Effer. And it says, F you, you ugly, you know what? Sexism seems to be pretty on brand for these messengers. One man who I spoke to on the phone called me honey and then toots. For one voicemail, maybe do hair or something because you're a shitty reporter. Many emailers and callers go on to caution me that this will follow me forever. Yep, everything on the internet is forever, I know. And some take a vaguely threatening tone. Now we all know about you. One emailer took an anti-Semitic approach with a note that's saying Sarah equals nasty Jew, going on to deny the Holocaust and accuse Israel of the 9/11 attacks. And the expression of anger is overwhelming. And obviously, it's not meant to incite, but it's also quite ironic coming from a group of people who claim to be heroes of the First Amendment. You'd think that they would respect a newspaper's right to publish a story they don't like. An organized online campaign to harass journalists is not championing free speech. It's exactly the opposite. And the Weekly has a proud history of fighting for transparency. We've gone to court and prevailed over the right to publish information from government agencies. We request and obtain government records with regularity, sometimes requiring a fight. What we try not to do is to make the story about ourselves, although sometimes things unfold that way, such as when the city of Grenfell sued us in 2018 in a failed attempt to block us from publishing a story. First Amendment auditors are the story. They walk into a space ready to stir up trouble. Then when the trouble comes, they act as tough as they have revealed something. They act as though they have revealed something. Overall, I like to think of myself as a peaceful and relaxed individual. However, your method of reporting my opinion is honestly one-sided. Anthony X wrote to me, disingenuous given that I told him the story was coming and interviewed him before it ran. Basic journalistic principles at work and entirely inconsistent with his style. I got a crash course in this largely virtual world of people who claim to be protecting us from the government. Fortunately, I also got a crash course in the world of people who are striving to reveal these frauditors for who they are. They inhabit their own YouTube world. Per one commenter, the term frauditor was coined by a woman named Kate from the Massel Report channel. The Frauditor Follies channel covered the story, aiming to expose Anthony X and his doxing campaign against a newspaper. Shout out to Frauditor Follies, formerly known as Hezokuai. I'm glad you wrote that article, and I wish more legitimate journalists would cover these pests who harass public employees and police, writes Mary Carter from the state of Washington. My fear is that in our increasingly polarized world, the people who most need to hear the truth are not even willing or able to listen.
See, that's what I'm talking about, ladies and gentlemen. That's the community getting together to actually do something. That's legitimate journalism. That's what it's all about. And ladies and gentlemen, $1.99 from Waving Wing. If you're having a bad morning, you want a News Now Voodoo tasing? You got it, Raven. This is for you. All right, all right, all right. In honor of, at the request of Raven Wing and in honor of the one and only Anthony X, ladies and gentlemen, a good old-fashioned tasing. Here we go.
Come here. Come here, boy. Ah! Thanks a lot, Raven Wing. You're on the list now, Raven Wing. I'm gonna find out where you live, and I'm gonna audit your local post office. What are you gonna do about it, huh? Yeah, you can't stop a pimp when he's pimping, and I'm pimping all day long, singing my pimping song. And then I gotta, wait, no, Has, calm down, calm down. Look, I know that, come on now, stop. You know I don't like, hey, cut it out, Has, no, don't do it, no, There's an expectation of privacy in public. First Amendment says I can do what I want. Go home if you don't want to be filmed. Don't go out in public. You're my servant.
And you know what? It's been a while, so I'm going to do a happy dance just because. All right. Thank you very much. I love you guys. You are the best. Better than all the rest. Best fans in the world. Best fans in the world. I can't believe you got stuffing for brains. All right. Take it easy, Jennifer. Always love to see you here. All y'all, always, everybody, out of time. Everything. Oh, no. I almost quoted the band that I will not even speak their name anymore after they decided to completely and totally purge any YouTube channel that ever had the audacity to even mention one of their songs young people watch and discover music through YouTube. You don't want the young kids buying your records? Oh, well. Your numbers are going to start to drop. That Thriller is going to start climbing up. And then Dark Side of the Moon. And then Back in Black. And you guys are going to keep going down and down and down and down. Because you decided that any YouTube channel that ever had any of your songs on there is going to be shut down. Even if it was a cover. So I'm not even going to mention your name. Let's just say that Glenn Fry got some I'm not even going to get into it again. I've already covered this on a past episode of the Frauditor Follies Breakfast with Hezokuai, Rise and Shine with Hezokuai show. Ladies and gentlemen, let's move on to our next video because it's Dummy Kruger. And everybody loves a good Dummy Kruger video. No, not Metallica. Is Glenn Fry in Metallica? Okay, I'll give you a hint. I'll sing something from someone who's in the band, but this isn't one of the songs. This is one of his solo songs. Spent the last year Rocky Mountain way. Couldn't get much higher. Dummy Kruger.
Welcome to the Dummy Kruger channel, everyone. Today's video takes us to the Cecil County, Maryland Parole and Probation Department, where I have some pretty major updates on First Amendment Auditor, the Angry Vet. My last video of the Angry Vet was all the way back on March 3rd, where he was picked up on a warrant stemming from a felony wiretapping charge. You can see his entire playlist linked below. Well, since then, things have continued to spiral out of control for our freedom fighter, beginning with another arrest.
How you guys doing? What you guys up to?
Everything's being audibly recorded, okay?
Yeah, man. So am I.
Okay, we're gonna hang out for us really quick.
Huh?
We're gonna hang out really quick.
Yeah.
Right here.
Am I being entertained?
Yes, we're being detained.
For what? For what? For what? I'm on public property.
What's your full name?
Kevin,
What's your last name?
what am I being detained for?
Okay, you can turn around, put your hands behind your back. Drop your-
What
put
are
your hands
you
behind your
doing?
back.
What
Put your hands
the
behind
are
your
you
back.
doing?
Put your hands behind your back. Drop your back.
What in the are y'all doing?
Put your palms together.
Are you kidding me?
You guys are.
There was very little context to what led to this arrest, but he did update his viewers after getting out of jail later that night.
Looky. Just got out of jail again. Give you a guess of what happened. Baltimore County Police Department. Essex. Yeah. So that's where I am right now. I was arrested for
You don't even know?
can't remember exactly what they changed it to, but she said I was being arrested for destruction of private property because I was spraying shaving cream on the sidewalk.
Unfortunately, there was no further video released of what transpired before his arrest, but he was hit with 3 different charges, starting with destruction of property, trespassing on private property, and littering under 100 pounds. After watching most of this auditor's videos, I'm of the belief there's a lot more to this story than we are privy to at this time. Moving on to something more recent, the Angry Vet is also enrolled in a pre-trial release program that requires weekly drug testing. This program was given to him after his felony charge that transpired in March.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, I've said it before. I try to time my pauses so that they fall naturally within there instead of just disrupting the flow of the video as best as I can. But I have to because I got $1.99 from Just Jenny. Rough day. News Now Voodoo needs justice. Given some hell. Oh, yes. Here we go.
What the heck is going on today? You know, you guys with your super chats and your Taste Voodoo. You think it's so funny? Stop it, Hez. I'm talking. Damn it. Listen to me. I'm the pimpiest pimp to ever pimp to pimp. You understand? Nobody can tell me how to be a bigger pimp than I am. And as soon as my trial's over and I get this stupid ankle bracelet taken off and I'm off of house arrest, I'm gonna go find out where you live and I'm gonna audit your local library. How you gonna like that, huh? How you gonna like seeing me in your post office? I love it. I can't wait. That's right. Hey, what? What has what? I'm trying to. Oh! Ouch! Ouchie! Ouch! Stop
I don't know what he's doing. Little dude lost his mind that time. I think that was the last try. I think I broke him. Another round of applause for Just Jenny, ladies and gentlemen. All right. Let's get back to the video. I love you guys. You make my morning so much fun.
Yeah, I need a supervisor, please. Supervisor. Regarding this idiot that just walked in the door and treated me like human garbage. Please wait a moment. Yup.
For $1.99, Just Jenny. I didn't say kill him. Here's your happy dance, Jenny. All right. Thank you very much. Oh, man. Oh, no. Frauditor Wrangler's like, can I get Voodoo's ass lit up? I just lit him up like 2 seconds ago. Oh, man. Hold on. Let's see. He's still got the taser in his head. Got to let him catch his breath for a minute. Oh, my goodness gracious me. Anyway. I'm sorry. I'm just reading the chat. You guys are great. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. I love you guys. All right, let's get back to the video.
So we're here at Cecil County Sheriff's Department, corrections and intake and all that other crap where I got to take my test. And this guy tells me that I was positive for marijuana, which is completely impossible. Haven't smoked in like 6 months at least.
According to his pretrial release, the angry vet was to refrain from using THC without a medical marijuana card, which he doesn't currently have.
And so he gets an attitude with me. I told him I wanted a copy of whatever it was he was talking about. Gets pissed off, gets an attitude, runs into the office, puts the paper in, gets a printout, puts the paper in front of me, and then tells me I need to leave. And then I said I'm not leaving until I put my vial or my test in the bag like I do every week, every single week. And this sucker blows up, starts fucking telling me that I have to leave, yelling at me like I was a kid, getting in my face like he was about to punch me, threatening me, just doing all kinds of stupid shit.
For the angry vet, this is the routine I've seen over and over and over throughout the majority of his videos. It seems like every single time he deals with any public employee, there's typically some sort of blow up. However, there's only one common denominator in all these altercations, and that's the auditor himself.
So now I'm here to make a complaint about him, and he ran to his supervisor real quick to make sure his supervisor knows everything that happened, everything that happens on fucking video. I can't wait for this to fucking go down. This is ridiculous. Shouldn't even be here in the first damn place.
So
now I'm
where's
waiting
the
for a
video?
supervisor.
Where's the
The
video?
lady
Where's the
wouldn't
video of you
identify
talking
herself. They
about
got me
the
out of there.
Where's the video
The
of
one
it
guy
happening?
physically removed me from the building when I told him, I said, I'm not leaving until I put this drug test in the bag like I do every week. He was cool about it. He understood. They just wanted to get me out of there because homeboy was about to fucking have an aneurysm. And you got that one that wouldn't identify. That one right there wouldn't identify herself, even though she's a public employee.
So after this, he walks around the parking lot doing the absolute most pointless exercise that First Amendment auditors do: record random license plates for no reason at all. This practice always gives me a good chuckle because they only do it to either draw attention to themselves or they're just throwing a little temper tantrum. It was certainly the latter in this instance. After he gets done doing this, he heads back to the entrance.
About how long do I have to wait? It's kind of chilly out here.
Someone will be up shortly.
Yep. So they're in there he's in there trying to get their story straight, I'm sure. This shit ain't gonna fly. This is not gonna fly. I guess I gotta go and take an independent drug test now, again.
So he oddly ends the video here, but does post another video with more information about what happened.
The sheriff's department didn't want to screw with me. They refused service. So I started recording everybody's license plate and car and see if I could find out who they were, who these people were. And next thing you know, a lieutenant and a major of the Cecil County Sheriff's Department shows up, and the lieutenant tries to kick me off the property, says my business is done. That's all he wanted to do. And I basically, in more words than one, told him to pound sand. And then the warden comes out. I didn't know it was a warden at first. I just figured, I heard him laughing and saying some dumb shit about the property. So I wanted to get that on camera. So I went over there to find out it's the warden. And he turned into a complete dick. Thought he was there to help me at first. But then towards the end, complete tyrant, 100%. And got absolutely nowhere with him. Ran into the lady again. She still, again, failed to identify, but at least I got her on camera. And I waited for my complaint forms that I asked for. I asked a couple of officers. They started escorting people out of the building
See, I mean, how much more blatant can you be? Not only, do frauditors always film everything all the time, right? That's their thing. They always film everything. But on top of that, he's saying, I have this on film. I filmed this. I have video evidence of this. So why are we only seeing you talking about these things? Why aren't we seeing the videos you're talking about? And coming from a frauditor, it's really hard to give him the benefit of the doubt. And like I explained earlier this morning, after what I dealt with this weekend and this last couple days, I'm done. Once again, I stopped giving them the benefit of the doubt. And then I started to go a little bit towards maybe some of them are okay too. No, they're not. You start to trust one of these dudes a little bit, you get bit in the ass. So I'm done with them. So I'm not going to trust them on anything. I have to see it for myself.
I was some sort of scary man out to hurt people or some stupid shit. Literally,
you are, yep.
2 detention center employees didn't even have their guns in their holsters. Escorted a couple ladies out of the building. Yeah.
Just to reiterate, this behavior isn't new to the angry vet. He always finds some way to blame someone else and never takes responsibility for his own issues. Besides the failed drug test that is being sent to the judge for review, he was also hit with even more bad news. When he was arrested in March on his outstanding warrant, he was charged with disorderly conduct and only 1 count of wiretapping. That initial charge has since been updated to 3 counts of wiretapping, with the disorderly conduct remaining the same. I can only surmise that someone went through his remaining videos and found 2 more incidents that led to these extra indictments. For the life of me, I'll never understand why these guys continue to record their own crimes and then broadcast them for everyone to watch. So on a little bit of a personal note, I'm actually having trouble seeing all the legal issues this man now faces. I have begun garnering some sympathy for him. The majority of the auditors I cover I find completely useless, bottom of the barrel, intellectually challenged antagonizers that are mostly focused on making a name for themselves on YouTube. And who knows, the angry vet may very well be the same. But hear me out. First, he's openly admitted to wanting and needing more mental health care, but he keeps getting into fights at the VA, leading to charges rather than the necessary care he may need. Secondly, not that he doesn't have responsibility for his own actions, but I also blame these other yahoos on YouTube that led the angry vet to pick up his camera in the first place. If he hadn't watched and emulated what he saw First Amendment auditors doing with their channels, I don't think he would be looking at 3 felony charges right now. And those 3 charges aren't always looking at, as he has 2 more arrests that stem from these same types of activities. Lastly, this man really seemed to turn his life around after a series of serious convictions from the early 2000s. But from 2000 on, save for a minor seatbelt infraction, he wasn't in any legal trouble at all. But as soon as he began playing the game of pretend activist, he was swiftly arrested 3 times and is now looking at serious prison time. From what is publicly available in regards to legal issues, he's been able to turn a corner once before, and I, for one, am really hoping he's able to do it again. All right, guys, thanks for stopping by the channel today. If you want to see similar content in the future, please consider subscribing, notifying, and liking below. This is Dummy Kruger, and I'll see you guys on the next video.
Okay, all right. So after what I said, and then Dummy Kruger says that at the end, that brings me back to something that I've said before, and I kind of want to, reiterate it because it came up earlier in this very chat when New York Public Tour came in here. It's not like I was sticking up for him or whatever, I wasn't really reading the chat. I don't know what was going on, so I'm not saying that, but just in reference to like what Dummy Kruger was talking about just now, and that's very similar to what I was trying to say with New York Public Tour. Some of these guys I see, if you really break down what they're about, not so much as frauditors, so much as victims of frauditors. They see these videos on YouTube and they're not like horrible douchebags who think, hey, I'm a dick. And now I see these videos that make me realize I could get paid to be a dick, but that there's something wrong with their brains and they see these videos and they think, hey, that's a good idea. So they're actually victims of the frauditors. So that is possible. And I do believe that some of these people are that. Look at Big West as a perfect example. Look at Ironton Auditor as a perfect example. Ironton specifically was a victim of Chili's. And as soon as he found out what Chili was doing, he flipped. Big West, same thing. He was a victim of the frauditing community. As soon as he realized that, he flipped. So that is a thing, so we do have to keep that in mind. But it's hard to tell. You can't really, get into these guys' heads because if you try to, like I said, you try to talk to them, and it's like talking to a brick freaking wall. They don't want to listen. They ain't gonna listen. Oh man. All right, guys. It's been too long, so I'm just gonna go ahead and do it. Never mind. This is why I love being live. And let me tell you something, too. This is awesome. This is one of the many reasons why I love you guys so much. Because you obviously know this is a live show. You obviously know mistakes can be made. And it's all good. It's all fine. It's part of the fun of the experience of a live show. But when I first started doing this, if I would have had a miscue like that, I'd be turning red. I'd be so embarrassed. I wouldn't know what to say or do. Oh, no. But now it's just like, you know what? All right, let's have fun with it, dagnabbit. We're going to have a good time. I don't need nothing but a good time. No! Not poison. No, not poison. Please, anything but poison. Here's what's hilarious about poison. When I was a kid, I was into all the real heavy duty thrash stuff. And a buddy of mine, his favorite band was Poison. And he went out and he saved his money and he got himself a BC Rich Warlock because that's what CC DeVille was playing. Fast forward a year and he's hardcore thrash metal guy. And he hates Poison. And he's telling everybody, yeah, man, I got a Warlock just like Kerry King from Slayer plays. And every time, dude, you bought that because of CC DeVille. Shut up. Scott Ammo for $4.99. Happy dance time. All right, here you go. All right. Thank you. He used to get so pissed. But dude, you did. Yeah, but you're not supposed to tell anybody. $10 for Maserati 5000 GT. You need to taste the angry vents, but since he's not there, use News Now Voodoo. All right.
Hey, that's not fair. I never served in the military. I served in the douchebagitary. Don't you guys know the difference? Stop! It's in the side of my temple. Ow.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. And also, we got Trans Girl as a new member. All right. Also, I did get your address, so you got a signed copy of my book coming. Ladies and gentlemen, here's Trans Girl's Happy Dance. All right. Thank you very much. All right. Beautiful. It's not fair. You're violating Voodoo's rights. Oh, man. I'm sorry. I got to clap one more time. Round of applause for you guys. All right. Best fans in the world. Okay, so speaking of a new member, Trans Girl being a new member, apparently I'm not really reading the chat, following closely, but it looks like somebody's saying something about that. I'll say, because I saw that this came up earlier, I almost got in trouble last week just for broaching the subject at all. But here's the problem, and this sort of goes back to something Trans Girl mentioned earlier. Because I'm in Florida right now, just being here, right? And again, this is not my permanent home, right? I'm here to help out, because those of you who've been following me for a while know my mom was in a terrible car accident. So I came down here to help her out while she was recovering. I originally came down here with the kids, and me and my wife are split, so we have split custody, so they're with her right now back in Illinois, but eventually, or Wisconsin now, but eventually I'm going to go back up north and it's all good. But anyway, while I'm here, just being in Florida, just physically being in Florida, it's everywhere. Like with the whole stuff, with all the things that DeSantis is doing and everything that's going on here, the subject of the whole LGBTQ community and everything, it's constantly coming up. And I'm constantly hearing people talking about it. So again, I try to keep any kind of political or stuff or whatever out of this, This is about having fun, laughing at stupid people for being dumb. But it is something that, like, you constantly hearing about it on the news and on TV, and especially being here. This is like ground zero, apparently, for that whole situation. So it's just like, oh, guys, come on. Can't we all just get along? The Rodney King thing, right? Can't we all just get along? Has missed me quoting a Poison song. Well, that's all right. Maybe I missed it on purpose because it was a Poison song. Yes. All right. And so, ladies and gentlemen, let's get back to it with the new KFAR video. All right. Here we go. Don't you know? This is called, Is This Real? Moors Caught in the Wild. Wrong as usual, Sir Albay. Oh, I love the Moors. They're hilarious. And great fun to make fun of. Yeah.
Once again, to talk to you about your car's extended warranty. Just kidding, we're here to talk about Moors. It's going to be an old Moor at a traffic stop with the flag. Enjoy.
Oh, no, y'all ain't got shit to do with me. Fuck out of here. They ain't got no fucking jurisdiction over us. We're Moors, and they know what this flag means. They know what this means.
Yeah.
Oh, they know what this means. They ain't dumb. They know this right to tell. They swore oath on this. They took the oath on this.
Man, this joke crazy.
No, they swore an oath on this. They know. Y'all gonna know today.
You gonna know today, huh?
Y'all fictitious fake. That's what the U.S. citizens they fake. Fake fictitious. That's what y'all are. Y'all got no jurisdiction over us.
Yeah, fucking me.
Sir, they ain't got no jurisdiction. This is our flag. You ain't allowed. No, they can't stop you from doing nothing. They getting ready to get sued. Get out of here. Get your supervisor. Think you is. All that. I ain't none of y'all's jurisdiction. Fuck out of here.
He said not nice words.
My man going. Pittsburgh, PA.
Fictitious.
Man threw a flag out the door, though.
I ain't playing this game. Y'all asses going to jail this time, baby.
He hurt.
On the files on all of y'all. A memorandum. Y'all don't have the oaths and bonds in 1938. Y'all the shit's gonna get thrown out on that alone. The oaths and bonds in 1938 and the foreign registrations.
See, this is what you need to know. Stuff you need to know, fellas, ladies.
Need to up your games a little bit.
Stuff you need to know.
Going nowhere. They got no jurisdiction over us. None. They ain't got the stamp. This ain't their land. This is my land. This is my land. I'm a Moor. I'm allowed to travel this land. They swore an oath to this. This is the oath they swore on. They all know it.
So I'm sorry to interrupt the whole reason why we tell kids not to do drugs. Sorry, bud. But yes, to catch everyone up, Moors, some reason, think they're from Morocco and think a long, long time ago Morocco actually took over America. And that America is actually Morocco. But then when you ask Morocco, like, hey, are these crazy people yours? They're like, nah, they're not ours. So I don't know where they get it from. I sense it's a delusions of grandeur. Their life is so sad that they have to come up with this wild story that them and their ancestors are actually better than everyone else, which seems to not be the case.
Need no license. I'm not under y'all's George. I don't have a contract with y'all. There is no contract with y'all. I was just downtown with this same bullshit. Sorry, motherfuckers.
Easy, I ain't touch him. You see that, right?
Yeah, I'm more. I got every right to travel from here to Timbuktu. They ain't
Timbuktu.
Yes. Oh, they want it. They want to be the Jews. They want to be the fake Jews. They know what this means. Oh, you know what this means. How their wife will look. Fake ass, no.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, we ain't going nowhere, baby. We ain't going nowhere.
We got dogs.
Well, no fucking word. Oh yeah, I know you're gonna learn. I'm gonna get the fuck out of here. I ain't paying this, so don't even give. I'm not taking it. Hey. They look. We don't go for their ordinances. We don't play their bullshit game. Here, play no bullshit game with these fake cops. They're fake and fictitious entity, corporation. That's what they stand for. That's why their women love us.
See, this is one of the things that's great about the Moors, and I can see why KFAR titled this video, "Is this real?" Like, the whole sovereign citizen ideology is crazy enough. Now, on the extreme, it's just like anything, right? You have your extremists on either end, and then, as you go across, you get closer to the center, you get different opinions and stuff, So on the extreme end of the sovereign citizen spectrum, you got people like the Moors. They're like, their belief system is so beyond rational thought that it's almost damaging to try and think logically of their illogical arguments and their nonsense. And one of the big things, and I like to bring this up because I've seen some confusion about this, because this is part of the problem. A lot of times when you listen to these guys argue, and this guy, he obviously is a little bit more familiar with the Moorish philosophy than some of them are. But that's part of the problem, is a lot of these guys, when you listen to them argue, they don't even understand the argument. Somebody explained it to them once and they're like, oh, that makes sense. I'm going to do that. Then I don't have to follow any laws, any rules. Yippee. It's you say these magic words and it's a get out of jail free card, right? So half of them don't even understand their argument. So you try to follow the argument from someone who doesn't even know what they're saying. Like, even the people who know what they're talking about are wrong, but at least they know the argument. But the point is, even though it gets confusing, the fact of the matter is, the whole thing ultimately comes down to the 14th Amendment, because there were so many people that were slaves that were born in the United States that were not granted any of the rights and privileges of an American citizen while they were slaves. And once slavery was abolished, they passed the amendment so that anyone who was born in this country, which would now include them, is granted all the same rights and privileges as any other American citizen. It was like a gift they're giving to the slaves. Like, not only are we freeing you, but we're giving you all the rights and privileges of a citizen by passing a law that anyone, that way there's no argument, there's no discussion, there's no having to figure out, well, how, now that we're free, how are we going to become citizens? What's the process? Screw it. We're going to make it easy. If you were born here, you're a citizen. Done. So these guys, they look at the 14th Amendment as they weren't giving the rights and privileges to anyone born here as a way of granting citizenship to the slaves without making them having to jump through hoops to become citizens. They see it as this evil corporation forced us to become their servants by passing an amendment that forced us against our will to be citizens of their damn corporation. It's like they're giving you a gift and you're like, they're forcing me to take this whether I like it or not. Always ask Moors where their Moroccan passport is. They've been required to have one since 1959, no matter where you live or where you were born. That's right. And I guarantee you, not one of these guys has ever even been to Morocco. Coach for the win. One of your mods is out of control, putting people out of timeout for completely benign comments. Okay. I don't know what's going on in the chat. Salacious, if you want to take a look and see if there's something, let me know if somebody's actually abusing their wrench. Because you know what? I'm really seriously starting to consider, and Salacious, I'll talk to you about this after the show. See your opinion, because that's part of the reasons why I have Salacious here, is because when I'm doing the show, I'm concentrating on the show. I look at the chat, but I'm not really following the chat. I'm putting on my show, trying to entertain you guys. So I miss a lot. So there was a whole debacle last week, apparently, in the chat. And I had to, like, somebody was abusing their wrench or whatever. But it's like, I'm starting to think about doing what Frauditor Troll did a while ago, because he knew a lot of people would be offended if he took their wrenches away. And he didn't want to do that by picking out individuals. So he just did a purge and just got rid of all the wrenches. And then just, like, if I were to do that, right, there would be certain people, like Salacious obviously would still have a wrench. But I don't know. I don't know if I need to purge or what. Zerzu, why aren't you reading what I say? I've been to Morocco, Disney's Epcot. Does that make me a Moor? Captain Happy. Captain Happy, I know you said that as a joke. I would have to find it again because it was a long time ago. But I actually covered a video where one of the leaders of the Moors, this is real. I don't know if you just came up with that as a joke or if you are referencing this story, but just in case anyone doesn't know, or even if you didn't. This Moor, one of the leaders of the Moors, this is an old video of one of the leaders of the original Moors that started this whole thing, explaining how he had absolute proof that this country is actually Morocco and that there's this huge conspiracy to cover it up and to lie about it. And he found the proof. He found it. He had it. And he exposed it on video. And he pulled out an old map from, like, I think it was the 1930s. I think it was 38, 30s. I don't remember the exact year. But he pulled out an old map from the 30s that showed the United States and specific portions of it as Morocco. So then a couple other people, because I saw, some research on that video when I was researching it for myself, found the map he was looking at. And it really was a legit old map from 1930, whatever year it was. Now, let me go back for a second. You know, like if you go to a theme park like Disney World, they'll give you a map of the park, and you can open it, and it'll have its little Morocco section marked on the map. The map the guy was looking at was from the 1930, whatever year it was, World's Fair. It was a map of the fair, and they had a Morocco section in the fair. And that was his proof, his evidence that the Moors are right and that this is Morocco. I found the old secret map they tried to hide from us that proves it. It was a map of the frickin' World's Fair and the Morocco section of the fair. These guys are idiots.
Lovers.
He hurt.
Man, I ain't giving you shit. Man, ain't gonna do a mother ain't gonna do shit. Motherfucker. Fuck out of here. Take more. Fuck out of here.
Man, we got backed up traffic out this bitch.
Leave me alone.
Motherfucker, Pittsburgh police out this bitch. Like, this shit ain't no joke, dog. My man threw the flag out the fucking whip.
You ain't had no fucking reason to stop.
Fuck you. This shit funny as hell. Yeah, I'm recording all this because this shit right here is like, whoa. Like Rob about this bitch.
Get educated. Get educated. You got y'all every fucking
Yeah. Motherfucker get educated today because they ain't touched that man. You see that? They ain't touched him. Ain't pulled a pistol or nothing.
All they can do is government. I'm not no government employee.
So one of my favorite things is when Moors say, get educated, or, oh, I have this education, blah, blah, blah. And then they hold up a piece of paper that has a bunch of nonsense on it that just has a notary at the bottom, like sign it. And they're like, yeah, that means it's legal and everything on here is correct. And it's like, no, it just means that you signed it in front of them. Like, they're just verifying that there's signature on it.
It is. I ain't under none of their fucking jurisdictions. We're Moors. Remember that. We're Moors. We ain't got no fucking jurisdiction over us. And I got Article 6 right here. Look, they go to Peace Treaty. Look, and all they want to know, they go Article 6 right here.
Man, then pulled out all the laws. Oh my
They
God.
go Article 6. I'm supposed to be set free at liberty, motherfucker. The fuck out of here. They're gonna hurt them six right here in the
chain with it.
I'll sue the fuck out of them.
Off
Fuck out of here.
chain
That bullshit.
Oh my goodness. He ain't even playing with him. Like, you see the flag? Dude.
And y'all know it. Because they know it, we just don't know it. We don't know
I know it.
Because they ain't gonna do shit.
Shit. You think I don't know it?
Guys, they're gonna think street. What part of Article 6 and I ain't trying to shit. No. Oh yeah, good. Yeah, I ain't signing shit. I'm not signing.
He said I ain't signing shit. I ain't signing nothing. I'm not signing
I don't
nothing.
have no jurisdiction.
Jurisdiction, none.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Throw it in the tail of my cafe thing. Shit. Shit. Fuck out. Hey, see, shit.
He wants to talk to you.
Even old New York was once New Amsterdam. Why they changed it, I can't say. People just liked it better that way. Istanbul is Constantinople. Now it's Istanbul, not Constantinople. Been a long time gone, Constantinople. Why did Constantinople get the works? It ain't nobody's business but the Turks.
They don't even know what the fuck to say. Like, these motherfuckers is lost.
Y'all ain't got no right to talk.
They don't even know what to say, dog.
Get your boss. Get the white. Go get the white shirt. I don't want none of that shit. I'm not taking that. I'm not getting you tossing it. All you want fictitious fake motherfucker.
Fictitious.
I'm not taking none of that shit. But I tell you, they ain't gonna do shit. I give a fuck.
I guess I'll fuck.
I'm gonna tell them from here to Timbuktu. You see that? Oh, don't worry, I will.
Oh my god, dude is killing me. Oh, you ain't know about this? Oh, you tripping?
They going to jail.
Yeah.
Civil rights is for them.
Yeah, you tripping. It's real shit. This ain't no bullshit. Oh.
Actually,
Hey,
you're
wrong. It is bullshit.
I was
and
getting
it's
a
not
flag.
true.
No, they look here.
Come on, safety.
Yes,
He ain't gonna do nothing to me. That man ain't gonna do nothing to me. I'm one of him. You think he gonna do something to me? Bro, get the fuck up out of here. Hey.
Thanks, son. They knew that. They knew that shit. Get the fuck out of here. Thanks, man.
My man gone on him.
With his attitude, with his demeanor, more than likely he didn't do anything about those tickets. So as per usual, there's probably a warrant out for that more. Happens all the time. You heard the guy say, "You're not going to do nothing to me. You're not going to do nothing to me." They're like handing him tickets. Like, here you go. I couldn't hear it exactly, but it sounded like something was expired. License plate. Could be anything at this point. But yeah, that was a short little video. Short-ish. If you noticed, I was trying to bleep out the F-bombs, but when every other word's an F-bomb, I just decided to leave it in. Hopefully you guys didn't get too upset about that. But yeah, have a good rest of your day. And remember, don't be a more. Peace.
Yeah. Don't be a more. That's awesome. K-Far. Always great to see K-Far. K-Far is awesome. Ladies and gentlemen, we love K-Far. I love you guys. Oh my goodness gracious me. See, this is the thing, and that the way that video ended is like a perfect example of it. It's like if you get pulled over for something and the punishment is you get a ticket. So the cops pull you over, you have your little interaction, they write you a ticket, they give you a ticket, and you leave. That's what happened. Like, well, Lisa White, this is what I'm getting to. This is what I'm getting into, though. Okay, this is what I'm getting to explain right now. You get stopped for something, You have your interaction with the cops, whatever that interaction is, and they give you a ticket. Whether it's, yes, here's my license, sir. Okay, thank you. All right, sit there and wait for them to write out the ticket. They give you the ticket. All right, have a nice day. Or while they're writing the ticket, you're screaming, I'm a Moor. You can't arrest me. You can't kill me. You can't do nothing to me. And then they give you the ticket and you drive away. Either way, it's the same damn thing. They wrote you the ticket, gave you the ticket, and you left. But because he was screaming and hooping and hollering the whole time, that's a big victory. Ha ha, I educated them. I taught them. It's like, what do you mean? They did what they would have done anyway. They wrote you a ticket. If you weren't spouting all your nonsense, they still would have just wrote you a ticket. This is the thing I don't understand. It's like the way these people talk, it's like, so you would rather they throw people in prison for minor traffic violations? Like, the ticket is the thing. There has to be some sort of repercussions. If there wasn't, then what would be the point of traffic laws? Hey, stop at a red light. No. Oh, all right, well, go ahead, run people over. Slam into other cars. All chaotic and out of control. If they don't do something to enforce traffic laws, nobody's going to follow them. Sorry, sovereign citizens. Sorry, Moors, but this is Earth. Like I said earlier, there are other people on Earth besides you. We have to work together as a society. I always say this. When I was younger, I actually had that kind of mindset. Like, oh, it's all unfair that they make us do this and make us do that and force us into all this stuff. But then, as I got older and I thought about it more and more, I realized something. If we lived in a perfect world, an absolute perfect world, one, you'd still have to work. Where are you going to get the food? You'd have to grow your own. You'd have to work the crops to grow your own. You want to eat meat? You'd have to hunt. You'd have to skin the animal. You'd have to start a fire to cook it. You'd still have to work. So you're not going to get out of working. So that's out the window. Oh, well, having a job is different. Yeah, but ultimately it serves the same purpose. The point is, whether you're in a perfect world or in the world we're in now, you still have to work to survive. But then you work real hard. You do it. You work hard to grow your own food and to get your crops and to get everything together to take care of your family. Now here comes a group of 50 guys who don't want to work. And they see you got all these crops. They're like, well, heck, I'm just going to take them. How are you going to stop them? Well, the Second Amendment says I can have a gun. Yeah, it says they can have guns too. And there's 50 of them. There's no laws, there's no rules, so who's going to stop them? Your better world, your more perfect world only works under the assumption that everyone is just going to do the right thing just because it's the right thing. And even though I would love that to be true, it's not. If you tell people in general you're allowed to do anything, they're going to do anything, which includes crime, which includes violence, which includes rape, which includes every horrible, awful, demonic thing you could think of. People love that shit. If you don't believe me, just look at the chat room of any Frauditor. Look at the chat room of SGV News during a live stream. Give them the pepper spray. Give them the spice. Give them the shanduli. Easy cameras out. Sucker punches a woman in the back of the head, knocks her out cold. Then when a man threatens him, he pulls out his brass knuckles glove, which I know it's a safety glove, but he doesn't use it for that. He uses it to beat people with. So does his audience say, oh, this is a horrible, vicious, violent thug punk? No. They say, wow, this guy's great. Let's double his subscriber count. Oh, we love this guy. Okay, it wasn't literally double. But my point is the whole philosophy that they have, even if you were to take it seriously, it wouldn't work. Because again, if you set it up so that everyone's just allowed to do whatever they want, there are going to be people that are going to want to do something bad. There are going to be people that are going to want to do something violent. There are going to be people who aren't going to want to work. They're just going to want to take what you have. And again, these guys always make the argument, well, I have a gun, I'll stop them. Well, what if their gun's bigger? What if there's 5 of them? What if there's 50 of them? What if there's 800 of them? Then you're right back to where we started that led to the creation of government in the first place. Because you have random bands of people roaming around. I catch my wife cheating on me. I run into town square and I say my wife's a witch. So then the whole town runs in there, grabs her, pulls her out to the middle of the street, ties her to a stick and sets her on fire. We go back to that. How you guys doing today? Happy Tuesday. Oh, yes. Anyway, how you guys all doing today? I haven't looked at the chat in a minute. I started going a little deep into that. There's still something going on with this. Oh boy. All right. I don't know what's going on, but I hope that it's all good and we're all getting along and we can all be friends here. The Hezokuai crew, we're all supposed to love each other and just give each other hugs, dagnabbit, and laugh at stupid people. Not argue about stupid shit. But I don't know because I've been following, so I don't know. Hopefully it's all good and everyone's cool and we're all cool. It's been over 3 hours. I got one more video I wanted to show. This is well, I don't know, man. What do you guys think? Should we go with one more video or should we wrap it up here? It's been 3 hours. I say, well, let's start with a happy dance. All right. Thank you. All right. I love you guys. Hey, Katie Zed showed up. What's up, Katie? Good to see you. All right. One more video. All right. Wait, Weary. What's up? William Grabber. What's up? All right. And because Katie just got here and some people just got here, we're going to show another video. All right. This is a Dummy Kruger video, ladies. No, we just did Dummy Kruger. It's live. NCR News Network. All right. No, shut up. There you go. Thank you. Sometimes you flash the applause sign and they think it's the last. NCR, I love you, man, but you don't have to leave the copyright disclaimer on the screen for 6 days, man. Like, just one frame of it, just a flash is all you need to be covered.
Hi, folks. Today, we're going to take a look at Riot Girl Radio. She's a new and up-and-coming frauditor, and not to mention, one of the very few female frauditors. Let's see her pull the typical frauditor script at the post office and see how that goes.
I talked about her.
But before we begin with today's video, a quick announcement. I want to give a big special thanks to all of my new subscribers and channel members. And if you can, please hit the notification bell, hit subscribe, and if possible, become a member. It's a great way to help the channel, and it helps me out a lot. With all that being said, let's enjoy today's video.
Hey, what's up? This is Viacol Radio, and this is my 4th ever audit.
Oh my God, who the hell cares?
We are at the United States Post Office in Doylestown, PA, in Bucks County, Pennsylvania. Let's see how this goes. My last post office in, where were we? Quakertown. It went okay. It went all right. We'll see what happens today. I feel like I've been getting lucky with these nice police officers.
Yes, you have been getting lucky dealing with these cops who really aren't really enforcing the laws as they should be. However, maybe your luck will run out today. Or, if not today, hopefully soon.
Okay, so here we are. Check out the building. Oh, it's pretty. Pretty. Ooh, fun fact about Doylestown, Pennsylvania. You know the singer Pink? Yes, Miss Alicia is from Doylestown, PA. Maybe she was in this post office. Maybe if you come to Doylestown post office, you'll see Pink.
Wow, the land of make-believe.
With this art back here, that's cool. I always love all the art. Okay. Here's another part to this that no one gets. The life in motion thing, where when people see this video 100 years from now, they'll be able to see how we dressed, how we talked, what kind of cars we drove. There's also that part of this.
You serious? Are you seriously thinking that your little YouTube video is going to be around in 100 years? Hell, there are movies from 40 years ago that, well, frankly, have gone missing. And I'm talking about the 80s. You're actually believing that this will last 100 years? No, it won't. It will fall the way of almost all lost media. Lost and never even thought about.
Okay. Oh, it looks like they have poster 7 right over here at the Quakertown Post Office. The Quakertown Post Office, we had to find this one. And let's see. Photographs for news, advertising, or commercial purposes. Photographs for news purposes may be taken in entrances, lobbies, foyers, corridors, or auditoriums. When used for public meetings, except where prohibited. That covers us. I'm free press. I'm covered. I'm glad we found that.
Shenanigans. I am calling shenanigans on you. You are not free press. You are a YouTuber doing a First Amendment audit. And not only that, you forgot one key thing. You need the express written permission from the postmaster or installation head to film there. But yet you and all of your other frauding fellows and ladies seem to forget that one key thing. That last bit of poster 7 you guys like to leave off.
It was a treasure hunt at Quakertown. Package. Okay. Cards. I always wonder how much does it cost to rent out this federal property? Okay. And this is it. This is Doylestown Post Office. Ooh. I love art. I love it when they post art. at my library in Percy. They used to post art from all the high school students, and I was so excited to have my art displayed there. Let's see what all this stuff is. Okay, packaging, stamps. All right. There is no one here. This place is beat. It is beat. Look over here. What we can do here. Ooh, now hiring. I hear they pay really good.
Maybe this is a sign from the universe that you need to put the phone down and stop frauditing and, well, get a real job.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, just in case any of you don't remember, this is the girl who on her community post is hiring auditors. She put a help wanted ad on her community post saying, if you want to be an auditor, I'll pay you to come out and audit. Contact me. She's actively recruiting. You can't make this shit up.
I mean, working as a postal employee would be a quite rewarding job. Good benefits, good pay. Depending on how the community set out and how they deliver mail, plenty of great exercise. Plus, you'd be doing something productive.
Ooh. I wish I started collecting stamps like 50 years ago. I wasn't born yet, but it would be awesome. Huh. All right, this is it. So what services they offer. Services, shipping.
Really? You don't know what a post office does? You don't know what services they can provide you? I'm calling shenanigans on that. You just got done editing and auditing a post office. So you should know by now. Some do have the extra benefit of being able to get passport services done there, but they all do the same: delivering of parcels, shipping of packages, selling of supplies for packages, and, well, thanks to the frauditors, being sworn by idiots with cameras to harass everyday citizens and employees.
Let me get my money out so I can get a save.
All right, hold on. I gotta. I'm sorry, guys. I gotta show this because this is who we're talking about here. Look at this. I wanted to show a couple things. First of all, this is the community post I'm talking about. I want a crew of Riot Girl auditors, and I'm hiring. Let's do this if you can. And then she's got, all the posts and everything about how to contact her and where to go and blah, blah, blah. But also on her community tab, and I got to scroll back down, dagnabbit. Where was it? Okay. She's got this. Now, I just read you the thing where she said she's hiring auditors, right? And now here she posts hashtag audit, hashtag cops, hashtag cop watch. I did my first audit. Big celebration. Yay, I did my first audit. Look, my very first amendment audit. And I'm ready to go. Yeah. So she's hiring auditors. Yeah, look at her cute little picture here. Yeah. I did my very first amendment audit, bragging about her audit and all that. Yeah. Right. Picture, grass, whatever. But let's scroll down a little bit more. Because there's one where there's a picture of her now, because her icon is an old picture of her. which is fine, whatever. I don't care about that. But I'm trying to make a point because in all these pictures she's talking about, I'm an auditor this, I'm an auditor that. Okay, there she is now. All right. Now, I just showed you how she keeps referring to herself as an auditor, how she's bragging about how she pulled off her first Amendment audit, how she's so proud of her first Amendment audit. Right? So now look at this post. Oh, $1.99 from Just Jenny. Melissa and Ravenwing need a dance. All right. I'll do a triple dipple happy dance for you guys. Here you go. All right, that's one. That's two. Love you. That's four. That's more. All right. So anyway, the whole reason I'm doing all this, it isn't about the picture of her. I'm not trying to say something about her looks or whatever. What I'm saying is because in all those other posts that I just showed, she's talking about having been on her first audit, bragging about her first audit, saying that she's actively hiring people to audit with her. She's looking to build a crew of auditors, paid. Frauditor Wrangler, Founder Fathers, will you please tell everyone on my next live stream to please drop comments and chat like, Belcax, why are you afraid of brooms? Broomer quick. Anyway, the reason why I'm bringing that up is because she's constantly always talking about how she's doing all these audits and bragging about these audits. So what does she say here? F you, Frauditor Troll. Audit number 6. I'm editing right now. And no arrest yet, but it was close. Parentheses, triple parentheses. I never said I was an auditor, kid. I just did my first audit. I'm so proud of my first audit. I'm hiring auditors. Come join me if you want to audit. I'll pay you to audit with me. In this very post, just finished audit number 6. She referred to her 6th audit as audit number 6. I'm editing it right now in the same sentence, but I never referred to myself as an auditor. Can't mic drop a mic that's attached. What is she wearing? It looks like, I don't know, a bra. Who knows? But, like, for real though, like, what is she wearing? Maserati says, I think it's because she's doing her other job. Can you remove that pic, please? I wasn't even thinking about the picture. I was looking at the text, like where she says in the same sentence, I'm an auditor, but I never referred to myself as an auditor. You can't make this shit up, people. Like Katie Zed said, she did her first Frauditor video, but she tries not to because they're low-hanging fruit. It's like making a video about Chili de Castro. You don't even have to do anything. You need to put commentary in there so you don't get copyright. But as far as the jokes, just let him talk. It's the funniest shit you ever heard in your life. She just did that. Yeah, get the Sims to. I don't think we need her OnlyFans. Oh, yeah. She's a train wreck. Absolutely. Electricity is magic. It goes through solid material. That's the definition of magic. Shaking my head. I'll never understand it. It's electrons and smaller than the anyway. Protons and neutrons have an electron shell and they can travel by touching each other. Anyway, I could explain it to you if you really wanted to, but I think you're just being silly. Anyway, yes, the jokes literally write themselves. It's all funny. All you got to do is just, point in the right direction. Hey, I don't need a license. Yeah, you do. Next. Anyway, I'm going to wrap it up there. I got a lot of stuff I need to take care of today. Got to get my week started. It's already Tuesday. Got to start planning everything out for the big trip. Again, my daughter's graduation is on June 7th, and I plan on being there for her. But that's all the way up in Wisconsin, so I got to set the whole thing up. And again, I keep talking about it just because I'm not 100% sure how that's going to affect the show. I'll bring my laptop with me, and I'll try to keep something going, with the Wi-Fi when I'm able to get, if I'm in a hotel with free Wi-Fi, or if I have to go to McDonald's parking lot or whatever. I'll figure something out, or maybe I'll take a few days off. I haven't decided yet. But anyway, just letting you guys know, so that if I do end up taking a few days off, you won't be like, whatever happened to Hezokuai this week? And it would be right after next month's drawing because it's the first week of the month. Anyway, thank you guys, everybody, for joining me. As always, I like to end the show by going through, as you know, my lineup coming for the next few weeks of the Hezokuai and Frauditor News Network Saturday Night Snafu. Every Saturday at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, join me and Frauditor News Network with a different special guest every week. This Saturday, the one and only Takedown Exposing Frauditors. And then the week after that, on June 3rd, According to Asia, is going to be here. And then on June 10th, ladies and gentlemen, Frauditor Wrangler. And then on June 17th, the rematch of the century, Bigger Than Ali Frazier 2, Blackheart Knight versus News Now Voodoo Part 2. June 24th, the one and only, our own Katie Zed, who's in that channel right now. Tongue-tied and twisted, just an earthbound misfit. July 1st, both Dan and Becca from the Welsh News Network. July 8th, the guest is going to be Debo's Nation. July 15th, Miss Mandy 777 is going to be here. July 22nd, ladies and gentlemen, Mark, the sarcastic law student. And then, ladies and gentlemen, the last day of July, the last Saturday of July, July 29th, the one and only, the Queen herself. My guest is going to be Mrs. Schrodinger's cat. And then on August 5th, we got one of the newest members of the anti-frauditing community. If you haven't checked out his channel, you need to. Ladies and gentlemen, Frauditor Roundup is going to be here. So we got a lot of exciting stuff coming up in the next couple weeks, next couple months, for crying out loud. It's great stuff, great times. Love you guys so much. Thank you all for joining me once again. And as always, love you guys. Love the support. Thank you for coming out here. And, man, I got to set this up. It's live! It can't be absolutely perfectly smooth every time. I'm getting better. Eventually, I want to get to the point where, like, you know, if I ever get to that point to where literally I'm able to just do this for my job, I'll get all fancy pants stuff. Like, if you guys ever noticed how smooth Blue Bacon's show is, it's because he's got this fancy pants foot controller thing. So that, like, right now, I got one hand controlling everything on this side of me. I got the other hand controlling everything on this side of me. But he has that, and he has his feet, too. He can control screens and stuff and switch it, and that's why it's so smooth and clean. Good stuff, good stuff, good stuff. So who knows? Maybe someday my show will be just as smooth and clean. At least I'm the only person who's as good looking as Blue Bacon. All right. Well, anyway. Yeah, love you guys. Yeah. I'm all shook up. You guys are still here? Show's over. You can go home now. It's my best Come on, guys, you know what movie I'm talking about. Ferris Bueller impersonation. There you go. Say Ferris. It's over. You can go now. Bye. Love you. You don't have to go home, but you can't stay here. This is the ultra secret ending after everyone leaves. The few people who stuck it through. Thank you guys for being here once again. Love you guys as always. And I'll see you tomorrow morning. We're going to have a good time. It's going to be Wednesday, hump day tomorrow. All right. Take it easy, guys. Bye. Yeah. For real this time.